Live.
Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of Game Jam 2017 here at Jagex. I'm not sure I've been joined by Mod Osborne. We're actually missing a Mod Kelpie who
is on the phone
is
outside
on the
of here. Just to show you how real time it is. He's been. Was that KFC?
It was.
He was being phoned by KFC because we decided to up the health stakes after pizzas yesterday and had KFC bucket each.
Why not?
Why not?
So
I think
fuel
I'm on the chair
of
that gets
dreams.
asked the questions, actually. Thank you very much.
do you want the script?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, not again. At least you're not angry this time.
What is the Game Jam?
Inspiring. I'd like you to do the Braveheart speech.
All right. So obviously, day 1 came and went, and
Yep.
there were a lot of developers still here until midnight plus.
Was it midnight?
Give or take. How are the projects coming along? Well, first of all, let's talk about your project quickly. How's that coming along?
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I feel really bad because I'd written it all pretty much yesterday, all 20,000 words of it, and we get the horns right.
Everyone else gets to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody else has to now implement that, so I feel really bad. But the project's looking good. We've got a working prototype, so to kind of communicate the idea a bit better, so that'll be a little bit later today.
Awesome. Jamie, excuse me.
It's all right.
Kelpie.
Everyone is Jamie now. It's fine.
I mean,
People
You've
know
been-
from my own personal streams and stuff.
you've been
anyway.
all
It's
over
okay.
the place, give or take, throughout all this Game Jam. How has it been?
All over the place.
I haven't quite, but yeah.
No, you have. You've spoken to everyone. You've speaking to everyone.
I've spoken to everyone.
You've been
yeah,
facilitating everything.
Yeah, how's it
basically.
been?
Yeah, it's been really, really good. I think the atmosphere in the office and stuff has been absolutely great. You speaking to the players on Discord and stuff, everyone seems to be loving it and getting in on the fun and stuff. It's been really, really good.
Awesome. Now, obviously, some of the projects we showcased yesterday have come a bit further along the way.
Yep.
So we're very excited to see what comes out of that. But I suppose the big question is there anything we haven't shown so
I
far?
think there's like about half of the stuff we're showing
There's
today.
quite a few things, that have developed over the
Yeah.
last 24 hours or so that we will be showing today.
Yeah, because like yesterday, some people didn't feel like they could show anything, possibly
Yeah.
because it was too prototypey or they were setting up the structure, that sort of thing. Today they feel a bit more confident, and so you're going to see a lot of new stuff, which is great.
I think I can't think of anything like super huge. There's like some good development. There's good development stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, like it's smaller stuff, which you would expect out of a kind of 2-day game jam and stuff. But the impact of it is
Yeah.
really big.
So we don't often disagree, but I completely disagree with Kelpie there, because I think there are some big things that, like maybe stuff we mentioned in the videos as well, that we haven't had a chance to show yet. Like I know
Prove
Veronica
me
Quest was
wrong.
in there, and there's some there are some small things.
Let's see if the chat can prove you
huge.
wrong then, depending on the hype on it.
Who is right? Straw poll at the end of the day.
So you've got a piece of paper near you, which is related to the musical raids that were kind of
Yeah,
shown
musical
off
Penguin
yesterday.
raids.
You've been getting involved in it and delivering a rap. What is it about? And yes, we are actually going to see Mod Osborne do a rap. So
Yeah, I don't know how wise this is to perform a rap live, but
Rip ears.
rip ears. Yeah. So I felt a bit jealous. I really wanted to be a part of the Penguin musical raids. It sounded really good, and the stuff they put together is fantastic. So they very kindly let me get involved. So I've got a rap as Beatmaster Durzag. I think I got that wrong. I can't remember what they've done with Durzag. Beatmaster Zerdag. Oh well, obvious.
Zerdag.
Yeah, and occasionally he does a rap. So when he falls over, he does a little rap. So he's got a rap that to basically kind of smack down the player, tell them how bad they are at raids. That was the kind of theme.
Okay.
So just like to really make the player feel insignificant. That's what I wanted.
Stalling.
Okay, all right, I'll do it now. All right. So this, if you can imagine.
Go look into the camera.
All right. This is I use forgot about Dre as my influence. This is kind of old school rap. Here we go. You raid like a goby, you're slow G, ain't never getting bronze 3, L2P, on TeamSpeak, talking weirder than Shawnee. What's wrong G, can't beat me. Just quick chatting GG, go home C, do your dailies, get sweet double XP. Try and krill, you can't kill, chickens at the windmill. Don't play a kill, stay in Edgeville. Or train at the molehill, better still, find an anvil, and work on your smithing skill, because you're in my grill, you make me ill. Crying like Armadale. My thesis, you ain't got this. You think you're justice? Don't persist. In the abyss, because you're abysmal, oh yes. Gonna blacklist you from my clan list. You're in the friend zone wilderness. Gonna enlist only the best to get 120 in Menefis. There we go. And that is right, it does end on the word menafis.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Not a pog chance in the chat.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know if that's the right side of cringe. I'm going for probably not.
Well, yeah, there you go. That is just an idea of what you can expect from musical raids. So
That was this morning.
I don't know how we're going to expect it. I'd love to hear the reaction from upstairs to that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Oh, but I performed it and they recorded it, and the audio developer immediately told me that, oh yeah, we're going to have to auto-tune that. That was awful. so there we go. It's going to go full Kanye.
Oh, goodness. All right. So we have a list of projects coming up now. So we're going to go through a couple of projects that were showcased yesterday and then show you how they have been progressing. We do have 2 new ones to show off in this little period. So when we've shown them off, we'll then be coming back to the couch and talking about some more stuff. So I have the distinct honor of kicking it off yet again and showing you how far the buff bar stuff I've been doing is coming along. And I'm excited to show you some stuff.
It's awesome. So good.
Yeah, I'm going to get ready to head over there now and let's do it.
We on? We on. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? I don't think that I can really deal with those sick beats I just heard. He was on fire, if I do say so. Good job, Morozborn.
Thank you.
Woo! How are you doing, Monchoni?
Oh, goodness.
So, yesterday, we all saw your buff bar expansion. That was pretty sick. But we did talk about, yesterday we're going to try and work on adding some filters. Do you want to maybe do just a quick rundown of what you did with buff bar expansion yesterday?
Sure.
Before you show what you've implemented now.
I can activate a couple things because I've done 2 things. One of them were player requests,
Okay.
Which wasn't intended. I didn't want to get in, but I thought I'll try and see if it works, and I managed to get it working, so I'm pretty hyped about it. So to give you an idea, originally the buff bar expansion plan was to add some icons to the buff bar that were not there. For example, Dreadnought timers, enhanced Excalibur cooldowns, and tidy up some more and make it a bit better. I also mentioned at the end that I'd like to add in some buff filtering. So what I have done is now added buff bar filtering. So you can now toggle which category of buff bar icons you do not want to see on your buff bar whatsoever. And I was going to leave it at that. However, I'm going to build this up to something that I think.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna ruin your flow.
You don't know what this is.
I don't.
This is great. So I'm going to head to raids because when you go to raids, obviously you take some stuff with you that you want to like overloads, etc., and you activate them. So let's go to Beastmaster. We are going to do the following. Tell me when you notice straight away, okay? So we'll activate a couple buff icons. We'll get some stuff in. You get a weapon, poison ++. We'll deploy a Dreadnought, for example. Tell me when you notice straight off the bat on the buff bar now.
You've split the good effects and the bad effects? Okay, good. I was really nervous. I want to get that. It was like a quiz at school. I was like,
previously, the current buff bar, the way it works is you have 18 icons and the negative and positive icons intertwine with each other, which can be a real pain sometimes. Now, the buff bars have been split. I've now split them into negatives being on the bottom side, as you can see, and the positives being on the top side. So you'll get 18 positive icons to play with and 12 negative icons to play with as well. So the idea is that you now have 30 buff icons in total, but you now know that the negative buff icons are going to be at the bottom no matter what, and the top ones, positive ones, are going to be at the top. So this is something I'm very happy with. It was a suggestion players made.
that is really good, Johnny.
I wasn't too sure if it was going to be possible, but yeah, that's the plan. This is obviously a proof of concept, and if I'm looking at this realistically, I'm probably going to split up the negative buff bar and make it its own component, so you can move it around as you wish, and keep the positive one on its own as well. So at the moment, it's all combined into one, but we're going to just move it. I'm planning to move it into 2 separate bars, so you can just move it and then do as you wish with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And obviously for people who weren't here yesterday, added stuff like enhanced Excalibur timers. Now,
that one's really cool.
You'll now get a Dreadnought timer when you deploy it. You'll also get different variations of tweaks to certain skills. So if, for example, we have, if you like using Revenge, for people who are here yesterday, you obviously will know about this, but if you like using Revenge, then you will obviously be aware that currently it shows the stacks, but now it will also show you the duration on there as well. So you get a nice little combo of how long it lasts for and how many stacks you get up to as well. So the idea is basically to try and communicate as many boss debuffs as possible, but also communicate as many positive debuffs as possible. So you can try and keep on top of everything, because a lot of people who do a lot of PVM can often cap out their buff bar, and they'd have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So, and they'd miss out on stuff. So the idea is to not miss out on anything. Excalibur is negative because it's on a cooldown.
Yeah.
So that's why it's considered bad. So the moment you activate it, it goes into negatives to go on to cooldown. So that's the point of that, basically.
Do you want to show some filtering?
Yeah, not a problem.
Let's show some filtering, because you've got a couple of things going around. Let's get rid of your poison and your potion, because you know you got those.
I'm gonna have to be honest with you here. They're set up on the interface. However, I've only been able to get through 70 out of the 222 buff icons.
That's fair enough.
So some of them might work, some of them might not. So the boss specifics kind of just disappeared there.
Yeah.
The idea is that if you don't want to see boss debuff icons, you don't have to. It is really up to you. But not all of them work. But Ramen goes broken. Yeah, I know the cleanup code isn't running. Thanks, Raven. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, the idea is not only do you have filtering of certain buffs you don't want to see, but you now have your categorization of positive and negative.
So could I, for whatever reason, just delete all positive effects as well? Is that going to be a filter, possibly?
So now this is there. I mean, it's not a bad shout when I think about it. I've never really thought about it, because the idea was to essentially just add these 10 categories as well as the buff icons and leave it at that. But now being able to obviously add in and categorize the positive and negatives, I mean, that is doable. I've just never even thought about it, if I'm being completely honest. So
I think splitting them was a great idea, and I also think that, like, if you're going to make them separate components so they're both movable as well, that's going to be brilliant on its own. And then the filtering, it just makes that even better. Like,
so yeah, it can go up to... So the size has changed. So originally it used to hold 18, but now it holds 30. So it holds 18 positives and 12 negatives, normally because there's more positives than negatives in the game currently. That, of course, can change. For players being able to change the size themselves, I'll be honest, I will happily admit I'm not at that level of dev to know how to give you guys the option for that. But this is only just a proof of concept, obviously, as is the point of Game Jam, to kind of demonstrate it. But I'm pretty happy with it, I have to say. So yeah, hopefully the plan is to keep it like this and try and make it get into the game, really, if it passes through Kelpie and Osborne's approvals.
I think players love it. I've seen lots of PogChamps in the chat. Oh God, that's really good. I didn't expect to see the split. That was a great suggestion. Do you remember who said it?
It was more just a general. So when we were on stream yesterday and we were showing it off, people were just saying, well, is there a way maybe, I don't like seeing red and green being mixed up. Is there a way that you can definitely keep negative in one area and positive in another? So, and it's a fair point. And what that then means is that you can add more icons. So it's obviously nice to have. And again, I'm pretty happy with it. And it's just trying to finish off the buff icon filtering and try and get it all finalized and ready to go, really.
Well, that's incredible.
So it's pretty awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me on the buff bar, on the buff icons and buff bars.
People
themselves.
love the way you say bar, by the
way.
Bar.
Yeah.
Bar.
You think bar actually?
Oh, don't tell him to do that.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm really happy with it. Just need to add in the cleanup code for Dirzag's rage stack per Ramen's suggestion.
QA right there.
But yeah, I mean, the idea is just to show it working, and it works. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with it.
Right.
And that's it. So just to bring everyone to see, the idea is to hopefully split the negative buff bars into a separate interface component. You can move them around as you wish, and keep the positive ones in their own as well, so you can move that as well. So that's the plan. Hopefully I can try and get that done tonight. I've never made an interface component before, so I'll have to wait and see. But as it is, I'm pretty happy with it.
I believe in you, Shawnee. I believe in you.
That's the plan.
Right.
So according to our list here, we're meant to be having Timbo. But
for the look rework.
It's on Timbo is on the so.
Are we getting Diddy Cam again?
Are we getting Timbo Cam up again?
We're not getting Timbo Cam.
There we go.
Hello, Timbo. Hello.
Timbo, what world, sir? Numbers, or is it just your mod name world?
Yeah, just my mod name world.
Super. Okay, let us just move over to this again.
So while we're doing this, let's quickly ask Timbo a couple of questions about yesterday. So yesterday, obviously, you announced your look rework and what you were working on. We went through a couple of the things. Do you want to maybe update on what came out of that and what you're going to show off today?
So I fixed all the bugs.
Oh.
And there's been a lot of cool suggestions and stuff. I haven't really So what I've done is I've added it for clues and separated the rare drop table.
Oh, you what?
You've separated the rare drop
So the
table.
rare drop table is no longer a replacement drop.
So when you kill Nex, for example, does that mean that I get the rare drop table and a drop?
Yeah.
You should go to Nex.
Oh!
You should go to next.
Oh!
Pretty much straight to the point, really. We can't hear him.
I've just turned him up.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to. Okay, so let's start that again. Can you remember what you said?
Okay,
Go
so
again,
essentially,
go again.
this is exciting. Timbo just announced that he split the rare drop table to be its own unique table. So when you're killing something like Nex, instead of just getting a rare drop table drop, you'll get a rare drop table drop and another one of her own drops, which is epic.
Oh, we still got one of his buff icons active, the enhanced lux potion.
Oh,
Because obviously we used it yesterday, so that's useful.
Yeah, if you go insta-kill Nex, you
Let's
should
go
get
Nex.
red drop table as well as regular drop.
Okay.
Are we gonna need to set random? I imagine.
I've already set up for this world.
Oh, man, MVP. Let's go up here. Let's
He
go-
says hoping it still works.
All right,
Okay.
so we'll hop into next and we'll see what we get.
Skip
So
the
we
KC.
have tier 3 luck active right now. Is that correct? Or
Yep.
is that tier 4?
Tier 3.
Tier 3. Okay.
So that'll work on Nex.
This will work on Nex. So, you go to Nex, you've got your enhanced luck potion. What was I looking
Where's the
for?
insta kill? Sizzling insta.
Yeah.
Type insta, I guess.
I'm looking, there it is. There
Oh,
it
it's
is.
right at the bottom.
Obviously, the one that you need. So let's equip that, and let's go in and let's banish sword, enter encounter. And then I'm not gonna lie, one of my biggest pet peeves is the amount of time it takes for bosses to start, so I'm just gonna speed that up quickly.
There you go. Go.
Then I'm gonna wait for it to spawn still. Look how long this takes. This is ridiculous. Sorry. We should be able to skip this. Just saying.
Ramen.
Ramen, there you go. So let's,
Ramen in the
let's see
chat.
what I get. I'm gonna get
Uh,
Hernix body, a blood-soaked feather, a starved ancient effigy, and a clue scroll. Bottom left corner, let's see. Did I get any messages? Is it filtered?
no, we didn't. Are there meant to be messages as well, Timbo?
Yeah, okay, I guess just set random to 0 and to try again.
Okay. It'll work with the potion, right?
Yeah.
Let's FPS this a little again.
Jeez. Yeah, we should sped our game up times 10 while we wait for next to spawn. Maybe it should have been an instance for fastest film.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a clever thing to do, wouldn't it?
While you're waiting, you can do the debug proc clue,
Yeah, do it.
Oh, okay.
Clue.
and it will give you an elite clue.
Oh.
You might have to keep going until you get.
Yeah, so. Yeah, go on.
If you keep going until you get a third
Oh
age.
my god, it fills out now. That's amazing. Go. We got a third age druid.
We got a third age druidic staff.
Yeah, and when you close the interface, it should say, "Congratulations, your Ring of Luck did something awesome."
Your luck of the dwarf shines more brightly.
Shines not bright. There it is, right
There
there.
you go. So that, so yeah, there's a reduced chance now on getting third age from clues.
Like a better chance.
Better
right?
chance, sorry.
Yeah, not a reduced.
And when your Ring of Luck does something, it will shine. Or when your Ring of the Dwarf, sorry, shines.
still
It
wearing
means,
Ring of the Dwarf,
means
sorry,
you
I'm
did
not
something
wearing it.
useful.
No, you're not wearing it.
It's because I have my effect.
Yeah, the effect active. And pop.
There we go.
There we go,
You
yeah.
feel the effects of your enhanced luck potion.
Two dragon
Full helms. So there we go, a rare drop table drop and the actual drop from
Yep.
Nex herself with a Torva full helm.
There you go.
Timber, that's pretty sick, man.
So that's done on every creature now.
On every creature?
Every creature that had access to the rare drop table is now a bonus drop
Yeah. You go.
rather than a replace drop.
There's a lot of panic sell everything.
It's a lot of panic sales.
So
my.
yeah, if you kill Abyssal Demons, you'll get rare drop
Okay.
table on top of other stuff.
Let's go Abyssals. Over
Oh, we
here.
had fun at these things the other day,
Yeah, the
didn't we?
test hit hole kind of almost broke the server. Alright, so let's kill you. So
So,
Slayer Chop, we didn't get anything. Oh no, that's not
there we
what I did. We got the luck potion and message. We got an Abyssal Wand, effigy. Oh, goodness me. Infernal Ashes. So out of them, I'm gonna guess. Obviously, one of them would have rolled RDT, and the other ones, yeah, would have rolled off the enhanced luck potion.
Yep.
Goodness. And obviously, I'm assuming you've plugged in tier 4 as well, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, you had an increased chance of getting the good stuff.
So an increased chance of getting drops at Telos, for example.
That's not in yet, but it will be in yet.
Oh,
have you
yes.
plugged in like Calphite King or?
No, it's just next right now for bosses.
Okay,
just
that's cool.
Nex,
That's
okay.
cool.
That's
But I've done all the slow creatures.
So,
Also, now if you wear the elite ring, you can no longer get raw lobsters, flax, or molten glass from the rare drop table.
It gets rid of some of the crappy rare drop table drops as well?
Yeah.
Timbo!
So-
you animal!
So there's a fair question here then, Timbo, which is, realistically, it might devalue everything. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, potentially, but there is a big upfront cost for the item.
Yep.
It is only a 1% increased chance.
Okay.
Certainly on the top end bosses. So like if I said to you got 1% increased chance of winning the lottery, would you really think that's good or?
So if I was, let's say if I have a tier 4 luck active, I'd only have a 1% chance of potentially getting a more unique drop at Telos.
Yes, that's
Right.
correct.
Okay.
So it's 1% on the best bosses. That'll scale to like 2 or 3% on like Grador.
Everyone's saying yes.
Everybody's
I'll
saying
take that
yes,
chance.
they would take that chance.
I guess 1% is actually quite a lot for the lottery, but
Yeah.
you know. what I mean.
BRB buying lottery ticket. There you go.
It is a very small increase. Not everyone will see red drops. They'll be slightly more common, but it's if people want to bring it, people want to make him, then it's up to them.
I mean, getting rid of the junk rare drop table items if you're wearing the tier 4 is a really, really good thing. Like, I think that's cool. Did you get anywhere on the enhanced look potion? Or any thoughts on
Not
that?
yet.
Not that, okay.
There's been a lot of discussion in our Discord about that.
Okay. Speaking of which, good segue, Timbo. If you want to join in any of the conversations, please do jump on the Discord for the game jam. We're going to put it in the chat about now, hopefully.
Yeah, JD's on it.
JD's on it. So please do jump in. You have your own group chat and voice chat, I believe, for the rare drop table. Stuff,
There's no
right?
voice chat, just
text.
Okay, it's just a text chat. That's awesome.
But there's also a Google document I made as well,
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he released that yesterday.
which is in the description of the Discord channel.
What feedback have you had from that, Timbo?
It's been really positive so far. Yeah, lots of people really enjoying it. It's just really good to get a breakdown of how everything works, so people can understand like what tiers are and what the tiers do and what they affect and stuff. So it's been really useful for that.
Is that just on your Twitter, Timbo?
Yeah, it's on my Twitter as well. Yeah,
So
There you
at
go.
Jagex Timbo?
at Dragon's Timber. Yeah.
There you go. Shout
So you
out.
can check it out there. People have told me things I missed out, so I missed Barrows out by accident.
Oh.
So that's
So-
on there now.
What tier does a Raxor fall under?
Elite.
4.
4,
Right.
so tier 4.
Tier 4, yeah.
Okay. And some players are asking, can you explain specifically on the 1%? Like, how did you even get 1%? I mean, what did you think of when making that number in particular?
It's just a very small percentage. It's just the original Ring of Wealth gave you a 1% increased drop chance. So I've left it as 1% on the very top end bosses, and increased it slightly for the lower end bosses and lower end monsters.
That makes sense.
It's just basically giving the Ring of Wealth effect to high end bossing, but
Is
you have
it
to pay a bit more.
additive or multiplicative?
It is multiplicative.
Oh, okay, alright. Alright.
Yeah, someone going reduce stats on the buff bar, not debuff bar. This is a completely different world, just to clarify.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is it.
So my buff bar project's ruined now.
Ruined.
Yeah, this is why the buff bar has now gone back to normal. So yeah, don't worry, it's not a bug or anything.
We're on
As far as
different
I'm
worlds, yeah.
Yeah, we're just on Timbo's luck world. So I mean, Timbo, are you looking to be towards the? Are you looking to finish this today then, or is there more to do?
Yeah, I'm looking to finish it. There's just a lot of monsters that run the red drop table.
How many? Do you know off the top of your head how many? Or estimates?
It's like 200 or something.
Oh.
And I have to go in, replace the drop, increase the chances, plug in the new ring effects and stuff.
It's a lot of plugging in.
It's a lot of work, but I mean, I'll get it done.
What about, I saw a couple of questions the other day about, do you need to wear the ring all the time for the fight, or is it just the switch-skip thing where if you swap it?
It's still currently a switch.
Okay.
Are you planning on changing it?
Not yet.
Okay.
There
Okay.
are a lot of people who say that it should be worn all the time during a kill, which we could do, but I don't think it's worth it.
That makes sense.
There's been a lot of complaints about switchscape and stuff recently, but I don't think this is a problem. For Slayer, they have good stats, well, decent enough stats to not really worry about them. And for bossing, if you have to swap once every like 5 minutes, or even longer than that on like Angel of Death or Telos. So, yeah.
All right. So
Cool.
I think, unless there's anything else you want to say, Timbo, I think that'll bring us to the end for the luck rework, where you can see pretty much how it's come along, obviously from day 1 onto day 2, now working with bosses, of course, which is pretty awesome to see. So yes, thank you very much for joining us as always, Timbo.
Bye, Timbo.
Bye.
We love you. Remember
right.
to follow at JageXTimbo if you've got any suggestions. There you go. There's his shout out. And also jump on Discord to see what he's working on still.
All right, so I'm now going to swap out for Jagex Shogun. As you may, if you were here yesterday, we had day 1 of his Slayer mobs. They have now progressed pretty far because he was here pretty late yesterday getting stuff done. So we're going to throw him on alongside you, Wolf.
Absolutely. Let me load up this world then, I think, and let's quickly swap to this giant camera. Oh, there it is. Let's quickly jump over here. What world is it, Mod Shogun? Have you already got it loaded?
63, I think.
Shogun, there you are. Right there. Let's load this up.
Oh, the seat stuck under the blackbird. Oh, did I get the seat stuck under the blackbird?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Oh dear. Wow, that's impressive. As opposed to anything. How are you doing, Mod Shogun?
I'm doing very well, actually.
Yesterday I made a mockery of your update. I didn't do very well with it, did I?
Well, you cheated. That's why you got one shot as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did get one shot even though I cheated, which was embarrassing. Let's quickly. Have you got your own account?
It's probably logged in already. So try.
I can just go on my own if that's all right. Pop on there. There you go. I'll hand this over to you, and I'm going to swap over to.
You're killing them. That's the fun part of it.
I really don't think that's the best.
You'll do fine.
Okay, sure thing then.
I trust in you. You can do this, Wolf.
All right.
You just don't get one shot again.
Okay, all right. So what's your proc?
Game jam.
Game jam. Game jam. Let's go back over here. So we've made another creature. Oh, you made two other creatures. Look at that. Okay. Look at all these amazing placeholder graphics.
I know, right?
It's so great. Okay, so I got Slayer levels wrong as well yesterday, didn't I?
Yes.
So let's go through what we went over yesterday. So the Abyssal Beasts.
There are 105.
There are 105
there will be.
Slayer. Okay, that's cool.
And
then so we have Lords and Savages. So which is next?
Savage is 95.
95. Ah, that's the 95 one. And then I'm guessing the Lords are 115?
Yeah, 115.
115 Slayer. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna, I guess, jump in there and die probably. I'm gonna max HP so that. So what's the effect on this one? What's the effect?
They don't have any effect. This is basically an upgrade version of an Abyssal Beast.
Oh, so it's just a stronger, harder hitting
Yes.
Abyssal Demon.
And they use magic instead of melee as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm not taking much damage. Not gonna lie.
It's a stronger version of Abyssal. I don't mean too hard.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if you get too many on you.
So it's just another one of those like Slayer creatures that you can just relax at, yeah.
Precisely.
Like, okay, good. A lot of people prefer that. I do as well. Please keep that like that.
So each Slayer monster has a new effect that needs attention to it. So these are slight more damage. The beast will have a dodge mechanic.
Oh, so yeah, about the beasts. Yesterday, I did get wombo comboed with their like laser thing. How do I dodge that? Is it a cleave?
Take one step away from it.
Oh, it's a cleave, so I have to like stand. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Take one step away from it, and you won't get damaged by it.
Okay, let's see if we can get its effect to proc off, and then we'll jump onto the other one.
I don't think I removed them charging my laser. I hope not.
Okay.
It'd be hard to dodge if I did.
Oh gosh. So rewards are always great. This is something that people are always excited to hear. I'm charging my laser. I'm gonna die.
So,
Okay, good. Whew.
So as long as you run with it, I'm charging my laser, you'll be fine.
Okay, we good. Oh, okay.
So it's a bit more hectic, but I'm sure you can do it.
So let's talk rewards.
Rewards.
Give us some info.
I haven't really thought any.
Do you want to shuffle in, by the way?
That's fine.
I'm totally taking up all the camera room.
I haven't thought of any specific rewards, but thematic Abyssal Whip, Abyssal Wand is fine. You can expand further into that thematic.
So
make them stronger, maybe make attachments, etc.
That's pretty good. I like the concept of an attachment. Abyssal Lords.
Abyssal Lords, yes.
115 Slayer. What's their effect?
They currently have 2 effects. I'm planning to add in another minor one.
Okay.
So they're gonna have 2 minor ones and 1 major one. The minor one is when Abyssal Demons when it teleports.
Oh yeah, teleported.
Yes, that now deals damage.
Oh, okay.
And then after they hit you X amount of times, they will summon their minions.
Okay. Are their minions like hard hitting, low health? Or?
Yes, precisely.
Okay,
So kill
right.
them fast.
Okay.
And that's basically the fight at the moment. So there's no insta kills, so don't worry. And the XP will be scaled as well. So the XP you see now is not balanced at all. It will be up to be on par with the current Slayer monsters in game.
Those little things just hit like 1k each on me, and they only had 500 health, which is kind of funny.
So kill them pretty fast. And preferably use
That.
Mage Prayers as well.
Okay, Mage Prayers.
Well, they hurt.
That did actually hurt.
And
that
you can block the damage this teleport does with Mage Prayers as well. So if you use Devotion,
Okay.
you'll block it.
There, I took that again. Yeah, I see. Okay, that's a pretty cool mechanic. I like this mechanic. See, this mechanic doesn't make me feel like a jerk when I dodge it like this one, when I was really silly the other day.
Well, I haven't added a third ability yet, so.
Oh, what's the third ability likely going to be? Do you want to spoil it?
I don't know yet, so I still have a bit time left today, so I'm gonna think of that one.
Okay,
implement it.
That's also a great time to mention that you have a Discord channel as well.
It's actually the most popular one at the moment.
Have you been taking a lot of feedback from that?
A lot, actually, yes.
Good.
Discussing to a lot of players about what I'm doing, etc. And apparently I should speak Swedish or it's pre-recorded.
Speak Swedish, yeah, go on. Säg this.
Alltså, jag är från Skåne så jag kan inte prata så mycket svenska, men det går bra annars.
There you go.
Is that proof enough?
What did you say?
I'm from a different part of Sweden, so I can't really speak proper Swedish.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's basically it.
Okay, well, I like the Lords, and I like the... I'm not a big fan of the Beasts, I think, just because I don't like the concept of taking that much damage. But Savages are also really good as well.
So since you have max HP, it deals a percentage of your damage.
Right, okay, that's why the Cleave does so much damage.
And there won't be that many of them when you're fighting them either.
Okay,
So
speed drop.
Yes, it's going to be high. It's going to be higher as well. So what it currently is it takes a while to kill them. So there won't be as many beasts in there, nor will be as many of the savages. It's just for testing purposes. It's nice having a lot of them in there.
That makes sense.
And I might make the cooldown longer on the beast cleave, etc.
Okay, all
so
right.
it's the numbers still up and balancing, but the mechanics are there. What I want them to be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'm less angry about yesterday's looking so silly against those cleaves.
That was a really fun moment up in the stream when someone else died on stream and not just me. That's a good moment.
Yeah, but I didn't die at Araxar.
That spider hurts. That little green spider is
You even
bane of
knew the
everyone.
mechanics. I didn't know the mechanics of these things. A laser, just as an FYI, a laser is a straightforward beam. It's not a cleave in front of you.
And then why did you run?
Because I don't know. Fair point.
Well, it's just there.
Let's see. Is there any questions inside the chat right now?
Oh yeah, I mentioned this. When you get an Abyssal Demon task, you can choose to kill these guys as well.
Okay, that's great. So it's classed as like a group task.
Yes, like Ascension members. Yeah, no, Ascension members. Polypore is only 2 different versions.
Oh yeah.
So you get a Dynamic Beast, but it's like Ascension members. You have 4 different things to choose between.
On demons, greater demons are usually a good one, aren't they? Don't they?
Yeah, Krill or normal greater demons.
That's cool. I definitely prefer it when you have the choice of what to do. I think it's better. Abyssal ammo, like arrows. That's pretty nice. I like the sound of that.
If there comes a bow, it will either be a charge bow or it'll be a bow and arrow bow, and then
makes sense.
Then maybe we get arrows. Depends on what tier and all that. So we'll or have a few arrows. So we have 85, 90, etc. So it might not be needed, but also Dark Knight works on these guys as well.
Oh, okay.
And
all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Okay.
The demons. Cool. So you can use Abyssal Bane armor as well. And they all have the effect of teleporting, as an Abyssal Demon has.
Okay, that's cool.
Only the Lord deals damage when he does it.
All right, well that's awesome. I think people were particularly happy to hear about the task grouping. People really like that with Slayer.
I'm also active in both my chat room and my work chat room. So come by and talk to me, and I'll explain third if needed.
Cool. I believe that JD has posted that inside the chat already.
I'm going to do it again now.
We're going to do it again. Jump in, talk to Mod Shogun about what he's shown today. Maybe we have some ideas, pass them on and tell him what you think about them.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll implement as well. I still need one more idea for my lords.
Awesome. Right, well, Mod Shogun, I do believe that next up we have something with Mod Mohawk, I believe.
Oh, you do actually, sorry, yeah.
Yes?
She's not here.
But she's not here. So do we want to instead move on to Mod Raven and Mod Deg?
Yeah, we'll do that and then
Let's do that.
We'll go on to... Yeah, she's not coming.
Yeah, I think that's fine. But we can show it then.
Yeah, you'll show after this.
So let's have the beautiful Mod Deg shuffle on the PC right now. Come on, move that booty. Thank you so much, Mod Shogun.
Oh, hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
Oh, Wolf. I'm doing very good. How are you
Good.
doing?
Okay, I'm going to put this giant cam on, which people...
Do the clap!
Oh, do the clap on... while I do this.
Is this going to be me every time?
This is all... Yeah, this is all... What's your world?
I just look for Deg and hope for the best.
20 foot, this one? It says
that
offline.
Might be right.
It says
no,
offline.
That says offline.
Let me refresh the page
again.
and then do that.
So I have a confession to make. This is going to be really exciting for me.
Okay, for you.
When JD said, "Hey, can you guys come down?" My world crashed at the exact same time.
Oh.
And I quickly was like,
Okay.
let's try and fix this. So we're going to see if I manage to fix it in time.
Let us pray.
Or if it's going to crash again, which will be very exciting.
I don't. Okay. We have different ideas of exciting. But let's hope. What's your account? Do you want to take over?
No, I think you should show us your PVM skills.
This doesn't work well. We've learnt this.
I mean, the problem is otherwise people will see mine, and that's going to work even worse.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, let me jump back to Diddy Cam.
Not to fear, but Raven has a chance of his will crashing as well, so he's joined you on that one.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, okay. So, oh God,
It's
you're.
all working fine now, but my previous test with this number of people has not been working fine. So
Just adds an element of jeopardy.
yeah,
What's your proc?
So we're gonna go with go.
Go.
Just go. So you should
Go.
again, like last time, have some assistance.
Oh.
So last time we showed a boss fight. Hopefully, if you click out, yeah, there we go.
Got some
Jamie,
friends.
can you just let everyone know that we're beginning? They might want to know that. So you need to go over to the spaceship.
Okay.
Our penguins in space are now.
Okay.
You're running away from it.
Oh, I need to go to the
wait
spaceship.
till it
Right.
starts,
Okay. This
but
thing.
Right. And now
Deg,
let's. Yeah.
you need to cue when to play the music, okay?
Is that Embrace Glory Project X Hatch?
Yep.
A glory.
wait till
Hatch.
everyone's near you before pressing it. They all seem
Okay.
to run off away from you.
The concept of a glory
Let's go
hatch is a
again.
little bit questionable, but okay.
What
That's
of
fine.
Maybe we can rechange that name.
That's how I say click. Click. Click the glory hatch.
Yes.
Hey!
There you go.
Welcome to our beautiful environment that
Well-
Modluke put together.
how many are actually in there?
We're in the ship well-being.
4. Right, so
Okay, you may have a slight problem.
what's the problem?
There's only 4 of you. There should really be more, but there should start being things like popping up on screen now for some players, which they should be telling you about.
The goal is that the ship
What's this thing?
The ship will be damaged. We can say there's a health bar up on the screen.
Yes.
And some instructions are supposed to be showing up on screen.
It will be,
Can't see
the
them.
instructions are different per person, so one person might have the instructions and is kindly not telling anyone.
Good.
Okay.
Can you type in chat? People, please tell us the instructions. So this is supposed
please.
to be a cooperative
Tell us the
ship repairing thing. It's not working out very well.
Yeah, it's to basically teach the fundamentals of communication is important.
Garbage
guys.
chute. Find the garbage.
Where's the garbage chute?
Deactivate.
Where's the garbage chute?
Not everyone has the same things.
Point at the Mastrominus device.
Point at it! Point at the
Mussumer device.
Oh, you failed it.
What?
Spangle the flangle.
What's this? What? This thing?
Spangle the flangle! Find it and spangle it!
I'm not spangling it. I'm
Find
so
the flangle and
scared.
spangle it. You're gonna lose.
The ship well-being isn't doing so well. I can judge the great emulsifier. What am I doing?
Judge the great emulsive.
It's the cube's changed color.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna wangle the flangle.
Quick, wangle it!
Oh, I tangled the flangle.
You have to tangle the flangle.
I don't know what I'm doing. Shun
Shun this big enough fluorinator, quickly!
spun thing. What am I doing? I'm gonna do not touch the captain's chair.
Don't touch it!
Oh no, I'm gonna brush it. I'm gonna covet it. I'm gonna kick it. None of these things are correct.
Well, look for the correct ones. Go stare at the tangle the flangle
I know what
again.
that one is. I'm gonna tangle the flangle.
Oh, this is working exactly as intended. I'm so pleased.
Now I need to not tangle.
The way you want it.
Yeah,
So the
it's
idea
supposed
is-
to be chaos.
This is kind of a little bit like the Barbara Salt minigame where you're supposed to be shouting out, we've got instructions.
You've
for a
totally
different
failed
player.
this section, and
We
by all
shout
rights.
out, this hasn't worked. This is the first playtest of this. Everyone's died. Which is fine.
Oh dear.
Raven, should it move on its own?
It will do in a bit. It's an honor. It's got a, so you've got to last like 3 minutes.
So this is the
So when 3 minutes are up,
introduction
it'll move you through.
to the raid, to the musical raid, Penguins in Space.
It should go on. I hope it goes forward soon. Come on.
Just wait, you'll be told you have to move on, and it keeps looping.
It will loop for a bit. So the message came up saying you failed is because you failed. And,
So can I FPS this, probably?
my fix for making it so there was no lose state for this playtesting was just to give it away. There you go.
Got it.
Give it a second,
Okay.
and it should take you. Oh, for God's sake, is it broken? Okay, this looks like it is now broken.
Excellent.
This worked perfectly earlier.
This is what you get when you make a piece of content in 48 hours.
Yeah, it's fine. You can use the other debug bot to take
We
you to
did
it.
We beat a Beastmaster.
Warning sirens blaring.
All you're missing here, if you use the Beats debug bot, is there's a bit with a bunch of mobs on islands.
Really hurt.
We had a connection.
Oh God! Jeez. Okay.
So now we're in a disco fight.
Okay.
So it's come on a little bit.
The penguins.
And yes, since
The
yesterday.
boogie monsters.
Do you want to put the penguin song on whilst this is going on?
The penguins are on your side. The boogie monsters should be aggressive.
How many this
I mean,
morning?
you can, or just use 3 and do the actual song.
Naturally.
What in the hell?
So there's also there's also occasionally throwing sweet vinyls around, which you can
Max
collect.
HP!
Which you can collect.
I want to collect the great vinyl.
And then you can take them to your turntables, which increases your team's
jeez.
volumeometer.
We crashed.
Your
Oh dear.
volumeometer
We
is
don't know
full.
what went wrong.
You spawn even more
Everything
goddamn
was
things.
wonderful.
I just died.
And you
Warning
die.
sirens blaring and panels lighting up. Our penguin space adventure was complete.
So wait, okay, let's get a lowdown on this because I may have just panicked.
With a crash,
So
really
two
hurt.
sides, and these are the
So
volume.
far away as we crashed
Look
into
here.
the
Look
dirt.
at all this great environment work I did up on this
meant
stage.
that we survived. We couldn't stay while you woke up. You humans take your time.
Okay, so there's
We
two
traveled
volumes,
towards a new
the player and the Yamaha.
never make it anyway.
And the point is to try and lower their volume, right? Okay.
It's alright for
When I tried it out.
Okay. So if I was good and was killing things with teams like this,
with penguins in space.
Well, I mean, the plan is for Beastmaster is to deliver the
fight is
WAP,
that,
so it will.
the Beatsmaster defeat him, he falls down, when he falls down, spawns in his box.
yes, oh yes.
Without grab them, bring them over to this side, which blows up the gramophones of Yamaharu, lowering his volume.
Okay.
And when you eventually lower that all the way
It
down,
got stuck behind the penguin. The penguin's messing me up.
when you get Yamaharu's volume all the way down and kill the Beatsmaster at the same time, then congratulations. So this seems like probably a strong candidate for Corruption Blast there.
Yes, that would have been great.
The penguins are supposed to be assisting you. They don't seem to be really working.
They're literally stopping me. I'm going to pick up my great vinyl though and put it on the turntable.
Here we go.
Superior in intellect.
Here we go.
Awesomeness
I
and
boost my
Boost your team's volume.
I feel like I'm helping.
But the
You are a
interface
bunch
did
of
nothing.
Day.
penguins
You
are a
did
mighty
these colours,
lot of
didn't you?
breed above
Yeah.
all else.
I thought
dead
so.
again.
You are just inferior against
never
our
heard of
better selves.
No, I just know that environmental colours are your thing. I'm fully aware of it.
to make sure they are ready for their biggest ever test. Secretly, we make
Still
a
needs a
move
little
of
bit more
giving
work.
it away.
But this is what prototyping was all about.
Yes, yes. This is the point, right? This is the point of
Trying to
prototyping.
manipulate and ignoring the fact that it's not really working.
I mean, I'm glad that we're now in space and with penguins. It feels a little bit more penguin spacey.
That was major feedback that came from the stream yesterday.
What happens when I levitate the penguin? Is that just left over off?
Yeah, these might be penguins taken from the circle.
Please enable max HP for crying out loud. I'm begging you.
I died with max HP.
Obviously, there's been very little balancing in this so far, just to build this out.
I'm not going to lie, I think it's ready. Ship it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's done.
Monday's update. You've heard it here first. Penguins in Space, the musical raid.
Okay.
Come to a RuneScape near you on Monday, definitely. I've said it now, so what else can't say otherwise. How it
As
works.
he's just staring through the window.
I'm
with
sorry,
that.
I meant to be like asking questions and stuff, but I'm just so shocked. I just took a magical ride on your glory hatch.
Yeah.
The good
Oh my
ship,
God.
whatever. What was it? The good ship
Well-being.
Well-being, yes, that
Well,
one.
I mean, that was supposed to be the health bar. It's the ship's well-being that you've screwed up.
Okay.
It's not its name.
And now I'm just being dominated by Beatsmaster's update.
Yeah.
This is just a regular Saturday night for me.
Yeah.
By the looks of it so far.
Jesus.
Anything you'd like to add, Mod Raven?
On that note,
I think you killed him.
no, he's dead.
What? Come on. Oh, gee. I'm done. I'm good.
How do you follow this?
With Mod Mohawk, if she's here.
I'm sorry, people coming next.
This is not coming on.
No, it's fine. We're gonna demo it, Wolf. We got it.
Oh, okay, cool. So are we jumping on to...
Go to face cam and then we'll.
Okay, let's jump to face cam. Okay.
Try and leave.
No, stay. Please do.
That me and Shawnee on at the same time.
He can sit on you, it's fine.
Oh Jesus.
Let's work together on this one. We got this, don't worry. Is it just Mrs. Mohawk's world?
No, I think it's Mod Ryan's.
Mod Ryan's,
Hold on,
okay.
let me double check for you.
Yes, okay. While we wait for that, you get this... Oh, gosh, okay. This isn't running as smoothly as yesterday, I feel. But I'm enjoying it a lot more. Mod Raven is in tears, which doesn't happen often.
That's because of what you said.
I think he's in pain.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We do love you. I love you.
I'm trapped now.
Yeah, you're staying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, you do need to work on Yamaha.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Do you think so?
I think just a little bit of polishing, and then we can get it out on Monday. I think.
All right.
A bit of polish.
That was wow. That was insane.
Thank you, guys.
Right. So next up, this is a new project we actually have not talked about at all through Game Jam. This has been done by
Mod
Mohawk and involves something that some of you guys might enjoy. So
Yes.
we're trying to get the set in just a moment.
Stop over here.
Yep.
Let's just take a moment to calm down.
That's pretty high.
Whew. I'm actually out of breath after that. That was really exciting.
Yeah, we're going to switch off the music now, guys. Don't worry. Okay, so. Unfortunately, Mohawk is not able to join us on stream, but we are going to do this. So, you might notice two options. We'll go through option one later on today, as if you were here yesterday, we did a poll on certain outfits, but we'll go to that later.
Yes.
We have an option called Pets. Now, we have unlocked Cresbot, Jad, Phoenix, cute, Phoenix Evil, and Squidge and Runstable in our Pets interface.
In the
They're
interface,
now
Mod Shawnee.
able to be accessed via the Pets interface.
There we go.
So for everyone who has like 28 Cresbots or whatever, you can now get to them via
I love
the
Cresbot.
Pets interface.
Swan Cresbot, he's cute.
You're gonna spawn Cresbot.
So yes, Mod Mohawk has been working on this for a little while now over the weekends. It's always requested that we put all these pets that are like held inside of the interface, and I think that this is incredible. She was talking herself down earlier this week, you know, she's like, oh, I'm not doing anything big. I'm like, nothing big? I'm dying for this thing.
Yeah.
Look at the PogChamps in the chat.
Yeah,
People love
it's
that.
Very
there we
much.
go.
I mean, I personally, my personal favourite is Jad. So
He's cute.
It's
I don't
very
know,
cute.
but Cresbot, look how cute Cresbot is.
Yeah, Cresbot's awesome.
Look at him, he's like, oh, cute.
So yeah, that is, and of course Egglings, of course, which
Yes.
is always nice to
Their
have.
chat still works, of course, so if you want to like spawn the cute Eggling and talk to him, I'm pretty sure the chat still works as it usually would, so yeah, you can talk to him. Cheap, does you think me are cute? Extremely cute. Sickeningly cute, in fact. Hey! What? You're nice and everything, I just don't think you're that cute. This is like breaking up with someone, this is terrible. I don't care what you say, as me are beautiful. Beautiful, yes. Yes, you are. Phoenix
There you
Eggling.
go. And then, of course, the other two as well that we have. Squidge.
Where do you get Runstable from?
I don't know where Runstable comes
Polypaw?
from, unfortunately, but Runstable is there. And so is Squidge. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure if Mohawk's plan to add more, but these are the ones that she has done so far. So that is definitely something that we wanted to get on stream because having more pets in the pet interface is always nice to have.
Yes, instead of having them all in
regardless.
your bank and everything and
Yeah.
having to deal with dropping them and picking them up.
So yeah, Runstable, Social Slayer. Thank you, chat.
Oh, Social
The wonderful
Slayer.
chat
That's right.
on
And the other
point.
one is Freezy, right? I do believe that Mod Mohawk mentioned that Freezy is very difficult to add into the interface. So
Oh.
yes, that might not happen.
Well, that's not fun.
But we'll see. But yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's just a quick thing to go through there. And but that is what Mohawk has done. Is literally added, just to remind for everyone, Cresbot, Tarek Jad, Q and Marine Phoenix Egglins, Squidge, and
Not Freezy. I don't mean Freezy, the dragon pet. I don't mean that. I think she's doing that right now. I meant the strike worm pet, right? What's that one called? Little. You guys will know.
I don't have any pets, so I don't really know, unfortunately.
You don't have any pets? Don't you have like Jack of Trades?
No, I have skill in pets, but I don't.
None of the good pets.
Yeah, sure. Why not? let's accompany that into it. So in our list of changes here, we have what I believe is Mod Nin next, but I'm not too sure. He is on the sofa.
Hello.
Excellent.
So let's get Diddy cam up.
Let's get Mod Nin on the camera right now. Hello, sir.
Hello.
First of all, how can we access what stuffs you have done? Is it on your world?
Just off the big cam.
It should be. There should just be a world Mod Nin.
Super.
Cool.
We'll get that up in just a second. So, first of all, Mod Nin, for many people, you recently joined Twitter, actually, with a pretty badass Twitter picture, alluding to something in the future.
That's not my fashionscape. That's actually that's Shogun's fashionscape.
That's Shogun's fashionscape.
Mine's not up to par.
What is your Twitter account?
It is at jagex_nin.
There you go. At jagex_nin. Get following.
Same
Add
as any
that
other
to the chat.
mod.
So, how have you found it? Because obviously we have had Mod Orator on stream as well, who talked about very recently joining Jagex. But I mean, I believe you've done the same as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. So
how
I
have
joined.
You found it?
It's been pretty great. So I joined a week before he did.
Oh,
okay.
It's been great. I'm not actually a part of the graduate scheme, so I'm not. He said he was jumping around different departments, doing different things. I'm actually between my second and third year of university.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just in on the NXT team for the whole year.
Now that's quite a beefy team to go in. There's a lot of stuff that can come out of it. So I mean, hopefully my login's not working. Do you have a login for us, if that's okay?
I don't actually.
Okay.
JJ Live 0.
We'll just keep trying logins until we get in. It's fine. We'll get there.
Sure thing.
But I mean, what have you projects have you? So release projects on NXT. Have you been involved in some of the stuff that's already in game? Or?
I have in some ways. I've mainly been doing like kind of behind the scenes debug stuff and fixing bugs. So a couple of weeks ago, all the particles were flickering like mad.
Oh, you fixed the particles.
And
nice.
yeah, they had me on that.
That's good.
Fixing that. But what I've done for the game jam is, so I'm obviously not on a content team, so there's not really a whole lot I can do for the game jam in terms of content and making cool things. But what I've been trying to do is add some legacy features to NXT. Who?
Sorry, we're just struggling to load up the world right now.
No, the world's there. It's just I think
Is it
because
just
my
not
account's
working?
been on so many different worlds, it's gone. Yes, please. That would be
That'd be good.
awesome.
It's not terribly exciting to show off.
Do you want to talk to us about it?
Don't put yourself
Oh, don't say
Put
that.
yourself
Well,
down.
so it's not some really cool content or anything. I've been trying to add some legacy features to NXT. Features that exist in the Java client but don't exist in NXT, such as turning off ground decoration and turning off terrain blending.
So you say that's nothing. So for people in the chat, I'm curious because I've seen people ask about ground decorations a lot. I guarantee you, people will like it. I'm pretty sure.
There's the PogChamp already. The first PogChamp coming in, the ability to turn it down.
We are going to try and show this ASAP, I promise you this. So spare with us just one moment. Okay. So we're going to try and see if we can get a login here. And then we can start using it. There you go. See, people are like, that's good. That's actually, look, see?
Look, people love that.
There you go.
Okay,
So they're
excellent.
getting pretty hyped about that. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I don't think it's the account, mate.
Oh, this is...
What branch is it, and what engine branch?
it's a
Engine
special...
branch should be.
Yeah, I can see it. Ground decor.
Yes.
Right, let's boot our own.
We're going to try and boot our own ground decor
So
stream.
I was in all day yesterday, and I just about managed to get ground decor to turn off. NXT has so many optimizations in it to make it run really well and have the far draw distance that it's actually really difficult to implement these legacy features without breaking a lot of things and having to rework a lot.
Can you give us an example of stuff that you might have broken while you've been doing your testing? Is there anything in particular?
I'm not sure, other than like completely crash the frame rate.
Frame rate needs them.
So
I mean, I wish we could show it, but I keep hyping it up because I love seeing it. Volumetric lighting, obviously, I just want to bring this up because you've been involved in that.
yeah.
How has that been? How is that coming along?
Well, so the feature's all finished. It's been shown off. Everybody has seen it, and it looks amazing. I've been doing the kind of behind the scenes part of actually getting it to work server side and adding the settings to the maps.
Okay.
So I can get to work with my Skybox tool.
Yeah, so that's almost done. It's got to go through all the usual stuff. But yeah, so that was really complicated.
I mean, where have we seen it already? We've seen it in the Menopause trailer.
The Menopause trailer is the only place, really.
I think we've actually sneak peeked it when you spoke to Jas on stream one point.
Yes.
Yeah, and we've sneak peeked on his Twitter picture.
There we go.
I mean, it's only fair. He gets the privilege.
That's fine. He worked on it. He gets to show it, right?
Okay.
This is not liking me right now.
Yeah, we're not having a great time.
It's fine. It's all good. We're going to do this. I'm determined because ground decorations is a good thing to show for sure. But I mean, is there anything? I mean, have any? Oh god, words are failing me. So, have you often had developers come to you about certain requests for projects they're working on, not just related to Game Jam, but just in general as well? Is there anything you've been able to get involved with in that sense, or even marketing, for example?
Yes. Yeah. So they had me. Well, they asked us to see if we could implement a 360-degree camera.
Oh.
Okay.
Into the game.
So
how did that work out?
So how does that work? Because how does that even work in RuneScape itself? Because that's quite a
well, the way it works is it takes basically it renders the world 6 times with the camera facing like 90 degrees away, and then stitches it all together into this kind of weird distorted view.
What? So if it's rendering it 6 times, I imagine you're going to need a pretty beefy PC to use it.
Yeah, so it's not something that's going to be in game. It's not going to be something that's going to be able to be used by the players.
That'd be pretty awesome. Okay, we're gonna give this one more attempt, but just for so some people in chat are asking, who is the person on the couch? You're able to introduce yourself again?
Yeah, so I'm Modden In. I started working here in September, and I'm only here until this September, so not here too long. And I'm in between my second and third year of university, so this is just a nice learning experience for me.
Awesome. Okay, and yeah. This is, okay, I'm trying one more thing. I'm determined, I'm absolutely determined to try one more thing, but if not, we're going to try and definitely get a working version towards the end of the day, I think, just so we can show it. But just to remind everyone what Nin has been up to, he's been involved in giving you the option from the legacy Java client to remove ground decorations, is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So a news post went up a week or two ago.
The dev blog, is that correct?
Yeah, and it mentioned that we are looking to deprecate the Java client fairly soon. But we don't want to do that until we've got as many people as we can to voluntarily move over to NXT. So what I'm trying to, adding these features is trying to, move as many people along as we can, because some people may want to play with these old features.
So how difficult has it been in trying, so obviously you've got to cater to so many different machines, so many different processors, graphics cards, etc. How difficult is that to do when, let's say, you want it, so volumetric lighting is a perfect example. How difficult is that going to be able to get it working on so many different processors and so on and so forth?
I'm not actually too sure of the technical details. I haven't done a lot of the actual graphics programming on NXT, but a lot of work does go into make sure that as much works on as many pieces as we can. We have one of the biggest compatibility testing suites of computers in the entire industry. So yeah, we're aware that many people play on completely different machines, and we do our best to support as many as we can.
Right. Well, we're not having any luck here, are we? We're so sorry.
Try using Shoguns.
We did, sadly. We've used so many different accounts. I'm not determined. But we will get there.
Yeah, we'll come back.
We can always come back and then we'll make sure to show it. So at the very least, because I think that's only fair we can do. Okay, so now I can't wait to see the chat reaction to this. We're going to be moving Mod Osborne and Mod Lenny onto the couch because they've got to talk about a certain quest that might anger some people based on their experiences with it. I'm not going to spoil it, and I'll just let them figure it out, and we'll go speak to them in a second.
Yes.
All right.
I love how you start with the anger. You can't set it up for anger. So yeah, we're here to talk about.
So yeah, one small favour too was a lot of people have kind of figured out already whether or not that's quite the name we go with. But
no, of course not.
No.
There'll be something fantastic to talk about. One smaller favour, one small flavour. It could be anything. There's so much. So Shawnee's just transitioning over. So you kind of came over to discuss it with me at one point. That was the first time you kind of mentioned it. Was you wanted ideas for what a One Small Favour 2 would look like?
Yeah, no, I just kind of been thinking for when I was considering projects for the game jam. I wanted something not too heavy, and I figured One Small Favour is kind of a very RuneScape-y quest that I felt like I could work with.
Yeah, so you didn't fancy doing a Wild Gothic Sleeps or a Ritual of the Magirat. Wanted something relatively. I mean, yeah, because it's a series of interactions, just one after the other. Does that mean? Oh, sorry, Shawnee's here.
No, it's fine. I'm just, the thought of going through another adventure of One Small Favour is terrifying.
Just hurts everybody.
If I'm being completely honest.
Deeply. But it's not necessarily. I mean, it's not necessarily going to be exactly the same as One Small Favour. Part of the point is of RuneScape is to subvert expectations.
I mean, like, people are going to hear One Small Favour and they'll have very specific expectations about what we've got coming. And we kind of need to play to them expectations, but then we kind of need to just flip it on its head and just change it all up.
So if you don't mind me asking, Mod Lenny, first of all, I believe it's the first time we've been on Streamer Path, obviously the video that we had. So what do you actually do at Jagex?
So I work as a junior QA tools developer.
So you're actually getting involved in development, even though you work in QA?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
that's why, honestly, I love how our QA guys just jump in.
Yeah,
so cool.
I love that that's what Jagex is about. It's like you don't necessarily, there's every opportunity to get involved and create something.
Yeah, like normally I've got absolutely nothing to do with the content development process. I sort of work kind of behind the scenes making a tool that the QA team use. And so this is kind of a real change up for me. Yeah.
How have you found it so far?
It's been really enjoyable so far. Like, there's some really relaxed atmosphere here, and yeah, it's been really good fun. Yeah, a lot of chicken, a lot of pizza.
Sitting there, Dave will do that to you as well, mind you. Creating that atmosphere. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. And besides, this is like 6 months of hell you put me through, slowly coming back.
Yeah, I know.
But the thought of One Small Favour 2, I'll be honest, terrifies me. I'm not the biggest fan of that quest from my own personal experience. I'd be interested to see, obviously, what route we go down. That's obviously the key thing here.
Yeah, we talked around like lots of different routes.
Yeah.
I remember you pitching a few things to me. The idea of One Small Favour actually being only like 15 seconds long.
Yeah, like, we just talk to one person.
Talk to one person, it completes.
I mean, all they're asking for is One Small Favour.
As fun as that would be, and subvert expectations is probably not quite what we should be putting on a release schedule. I quite like the idea of big banner, trailer.
Huge marketing promotion, and then you just do
throw money at
seconds.
it.
Oh yeah, you get a book from over there for me.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, thanks. Cheers. XP. Quest complete.
That'd be amazing. Now we have to do that now. We have to do that. That's amazing.
So we talked about that, and there was also kind of I'm trying to remember what else there was. There was also the idea of, I think One Small Flavor came up at one point.
Small Flavor.
Yeah.
I think kind of a recipe for disaster stroke One Small Flavor crossover.
When I kind of brought it up to the Law Council, there were just a lot of puns everywhere.
Yeah.
I think one of my favourite ideas was something about a dwarf who loves to party, one small raver.
One Small Raver. I think we've already got that. I think that's pretty much summarising the penguin.
My goodness me, I wasn't ready. I was not prepared for just how much that was.
Just how insane.
It was quite insane. So if we look at it from a project perspective, how far are you along into this?
I'm getting on pretty well. It's kind of like all technically configured, and I've made a good start on the quest content itself. I don't really want to say too much about that, but yeah, no, it's coming on well.
Nice. So do you think you're going to be done by the end of Game Jam, or?
By the end of Game Jam, probably not.
But where do you see yourself and this project by the end of Game Jam then?
It's in kind of like a nice, demonstrable state where
I can see it being a proof of concept that you could put it in front of like the me's of this world and say, this is what I want to achieve.
Yeah, it's kind of like a good sign of where it's really going and how it will come out in the end.
So it's one of those ones that, as a team, we'll look at as, okay, if we want this out, it's going to take a little bit more resource, a little bit more time, so we might have to get other teams involved. So it has got a bit more of a cost, but if it's good, we do it.
I think it'll be fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, from a reaction perspective, much to the dismay of some people, maybe.
I think you get people talking. Yeah, that's what any press is good press, right?
I was saying, sure. There's been like a really mixed reaction to it because.
How was the reaction in the office when you told them?
It was a bit strange, a bit mixed. I mean, like there was kind of the initial cries of despair in the Twitch chat yesterday, but then there were sort of people in Discord talking about it, and they were saying, you know what, it's not actually as bad as people make out. It's like the quest's got sort of a rep to it, but when it comes down to it, it's not as frustrating as some people seem to think.
I wonder if I was just trying to think if any other quest could have that kind of reaction. I was thinking like Elemental Workshop 3.5, if we decided to release that, or Morning's End Part 3, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Morning's Ends and Elemental Workshops are kind of...
Yeah, they're
quite big. If we look at them from a quest perspective, I mean, they're quite big.
Yes.
Look what you're doing to the chat. No.
Elemental Workshop 3.5, all randomised, procedurally generated, so you can't walk through it.
I mean, we have to
smell the tears.
We have the procedural system now, so I mean, it is technically doable.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure we're trying to terrify people here.
No. I don't think that's necessarily the point of Game Jam.
All right. Awesome. Lenny, is there anything else you want to add in at all? Just generally or anything like that?
Nothing in particular, but I've been on Discord all day, so if you want to pop in there and chat to me,
feel free to send me a message.
I don't, but if there's a lot of interest and I can set one up,
yeah, why not? I mean,
there we go. One small favour room coming up next.
One small favour, I think, will generate a lot of interest regardless. So I think that's probably a good shout, if I'm honest. So, yeah, I mean, by all means, get involved. Mod Lenny on Discord, obviously Mod Lenny joining us here. So thank you so much for that.
We got it working, Mod Johnny.
Oh, we've got it working. All right, awesome. So here we're gonna throw it over then, because Mod Nin is not done. He's got it working. He's managed to get it working. I'm gonna go with Mod Nin and Mod Wolf now, and they're gonna show you off what he's been up to here at Game Jam.
Hello everybody, how are you doing? Back on the computers, we've got it working.
Yes.
This is it, this is RuneScape without any ground decor right there.
Yep, the grass is flat.
The grass is flat, everything is flat.
Like if you turn off textures as well.
If I turn off textures as well?
I just like how smooth the ground looks when you have the textures turned off. It's that one.
Alright, this one. There we go. There we go. No ground decor, as requested very frequently by players.
Yeah, look how smooth that is.
I know, it's
weird.
There you go.
In a way. So the next thing that we're going to work, well, these are quite like kind of low priority tasks, which is why I'm doing them during the Game Jam weekend. The next thing to look into would be the terrain blending. So you get in Java, you can turn terrain blending off and you get really harsh lines
of squares,
and with the paths.
I like how we're adding this back in. I quite like the irony in this.
We've taken like 100 steps forward, now we're just taking a couple steps back to put these in.
If it's what people want, give it to them,
Yeah, so that's it really, it's just that. But one thing I would like to say is that if you tried NXT or you haven't tried NXT yet, you tried it maybe when it came out or months and months ago, there is a whole team of people working on it every single weekday. So there is a big chance that we fixed some bugs or crashes that you may have come into. So if you would like to try it again, please do, because we want to get as many people playing on this beautiful client as we can.
Good. Okay. As Modlin said, it is worked on constantly. And there's a lot of things that people might have stumbled across that would have put them off, like you said. It's always worth jumping in. If you ever have a problem as well, please do report it. Like, we're constantly trying to find issues and fixing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and obviously stuff that people have been asking for is ground decor, and you've got it. I'm looking forward to harsh ground, non-smoothing.
Yes.
Is it odd that, like, as a player, I do want that as well? I like seeing the squares.
Yeah, it's kind of like a different aesthetic in a way that some people do prefer. So it's something that we should have back in the game.
Awesome. Well, we're going to pass the mic over to Mod Shawnee and Mod Stu, I believe, and they're going to talk about something else that Mod Stu's been working on. So let's pop on over there.
No, don't worry about Osborne. He's not here. Don't worry.
I tried to merge into the cactus. Wait a minute.
So It's a bit surreal seeing ground decorations off and then seeing the water NXT graphics there.
It's such a mix and match, isn't it?
There was a quote.
But people want it.
There was a certain thing you said during that, which I enjoyed quite a lot. What did that look like?
It's like RuneScape played on one of my daughter's crayon drawings, which is probably a little bit crawler than we should go for, but it gives you the idea. Nice blend. Lovely blend.
Obviously,
good marketing, Dave.
I have the greatest pleasure to welcome Monster2 to the couch. Of course, yesterday we showed off your Heroes Quest rework, integrating single-player elements into, as well as keeping the multiplayer factor in. And of course, that came with a whole quality of life improvement fiesta of stuff that came with it. What else have you been working on at Game Jam?
So I finished off that project for a start.
Okay.
So the build that was there was primarily focused on the gang section, the Thieves Armband section. So I also did some improvements to the Firebird and the Lava Eel sections, not as significant, but mostly trying to give the player more information, because at the moment you kind of dropped in there with told, go find a fishing expert. There's lots of fishermen in the game. Go and find this Firebird and initially track any of the information about the information you discovered along the way. So stores more of that in the quest journal and so on. So having got Heroes Quest banked, I'm now moving on to another project. I was going to do some smaller usability fixes to a variety of different quests, but I put out a poll to players to see which ones they'd be most interested in seeing next, and Imp Catcher got a surprising number of hits. So I'm focusing on that. My initial plan with Imp Catcher was not to do anything more significant than just looking at the ease of use for someone who's actually playing the quest rather than just buying the beads on the G and essentially bypassing it. So just making them guaranteed drops. And maybe untradeable drops. But given the responses I've had, I'm also making it a little more of a dramatic change. So similar to how we did with the rework for Cook's Assistant, where previously the ingredients of the cake were just existing items that you could get fairly easily. We converted that over so that the items were quest-only items that you had to do a certain thing to get them.
So in your objects then, give or take.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's doing that. And essentially there's going to be 4 different sub-quests that you complete during Imp Catcher. There's an individual imp for each one of those beads, which you then need to go and do some simple interaction with. I'm framing that around a suggestion that players gave me that are based around the 4 humours. So black bile, yellow bile, blood, and phlegm. So obviously. And these beads have an emotional and physical effect on the imp that's carrying them, or potentially has eaten them. So the idea is that the black bile bead, the melancholic bead, has made the imp very depressed, and then you need to have a conversation where you cheer him up and try to tell him jokes and so forth, and talk him through his depression, and then having balanced out his humours, he then regurgitates that bead, and then you can pick that up and take it back to Wizard Mizgog. It's the kind of approach I'm going for. I've been rather more methodical and structured in implementing this than some might have been, so rather than doing a rapid prototype, so I can show you something for you right now, I've gone through and done all of the quest structure today and configuring and mapping things down.
So what exactly does that mean then? So when you say the quest structure, what is inside that structure?
So what I mean is that mechanically speaking, I've created all of the NPCs and the objects, fished out the quest journal, the variable states that you'd advance through, and so on. So the last thing I really have to do is actually the code that makes you chase an imp around, let's say an altar to have a race, or you have to feed some chicken soup to the one that's feeling phlegmatic, that kind of thing. So the parts that you're going to be most interested in, really, that we could really show, is the thing I've left till last. So as a result, not anything to show that's playable right now, but that's the kind of approach I'm going for.
So you mentioned it won a poll. What were the other options, just out of curiosity?
So it wasn't an exhaustive list of all of the quests that I've been looking at, but I put out a list of about 12 of ones that were mostly novice quests, ones that have a lot of people playing them, and therefore I figured would have the more of immediate return on investment. So off the top of my head, there were quite a few ones that Dave
had a chat,
suggested.
didn't we?
Yeah, so Clock Tower, Monk's Friend.
Tower of Life, was that on there?
I have been looking into the ones that are more of a lore issue than a gameplay issue. Those ones are a little bit more contentious, and therefore they're trickier to do in tech.
No, I appreciate
there's essentially, you can't really fix those with a few mechanical tweaks. They're more of complete reworks. As a result, those take longer.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would argue with Monk's Friend or Clock Tower.
I like Monk's Friend and Clock Tower.
How can you like Monk's Friend and Clock Tower, Mod Wolf?
They're actually really good.
What?
4 gears.
How?
They're good. All right.
When you say good, what do you mean?
Good as in they are good, solid RuneScape
They're good,
quests.
solid RuneScape quests. That RuneScape term.
Yeah.
I can't possibly. I think those would be easy to improve. I think Stu would do a fabulous job because he improves everything he touches.
Yeah, my primary aim is on trying to improve points of friction within these quests, so keep them structurally where they are. But where you might struggle, where you're not got enough feedback, or you're getting poor feedback, or that the solution is obtuse, then I'll try to smooth off those rough edges. The imp category works kind of an exception, and probably going to be the last one of those types that is a more dramatic revision to how it functionally plays.
What I love about Stu is that when it comes to reworks, we often skip quests because people have already completed them, but that ignores like new players. Or people coming back and want to play these things, and it's because they have relative lesser value. We often don't get to do them, but Stu is a champion of quests, and he's just come in and made time to do it, and I love that.
Yeah, my ambition for my tap is to get more people into questing. The ones that are driven towards using quest guides because there might be a wall of items that they need to give to a certain person, or things like that, where it preps you for. It's better to be prepared and know what you're going to do rather than enjoying the quest within its own context. So just those little adjustments, like having the required items list and a quest accept screen at the start to let you know what's coming
Whereas
up.
obviously in those legacy quests, the moment the chat comes up, it just carries on and doesn't come up with the classic. As we all know from the later quests, obviously that box that you just mentioned.
So try to keep this stuff within the context of the quest so that you have everything you need to enjoy it and not be driven outside to other sources. And then hopefully people will stay in the quest, enjoy the story more and progress through it.
It's just like a master plan to go through everything eventually.
That's my master plan, Depends how much tap time I get. Because each quest is so bespoke, you find that there are a surprising number of layers of issues to get through each time you look at one. I mean, I found with the Shield of Arif and Horus Quest 1, I go in there thinking, okay, I'll just make a few usability tweaks here and there, and I've wound up rewriting like every line of code just to try and bring it into our style. And so many typos in these really old quests. Yeah,
it's like they didn't have editors at the time.
Yeah.
You were involved in editing some of them, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, but that was a little before my time. I mean, and can you go up to Paul Gower and say, I'm sorry, I'm editing your content? I can't do that. Insta-firing.
Right.
I can't speak from experience.
We started editing at about, this is going to be the least entertaining conversation ever, about 8 years ago. So that's a lot of content we've missed.
Gotcha. So before then, it was just the developers thing, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I know that sounds relatively unprofessional, but we are a well-oiled machine now.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Stu, at all? Anything in general, or anything like how's Game Jam, or anything like that? Just from an overview perspective.
Overall, having this opportunity to sit down and work on this project for a longer period of time, I think has been a lot more productive. Rather than one day, then I go back to my other work. You kind of stay in that mind space. So being able to devote a couple of days to getting the Heroes Quest 1 all done and dusted, all in one path, for example, was very beneficial.
There's a little ode to you there then, I guess, you and Kelpie, for bringing the idea across.
Yeah, this is our baby, so I'm really glad that it's working. I mean, we could have been utterly humiliated with announcing it and 3 or 4 developers turn up on a weekend and disappear every so often. But the guys have embraced it. Guys and girls, sorry, I keep using guys as a generic. Anyway, they really embraced it and done some fantastic work, and it just brings I get a little tear in my eye every so often when I think of like 30 developers upstairs. No, sorry, not only developers. So many people come together to
QA,
make
environment,
stuff.
even audio.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome. So we actually have still quite a fair bit to go through. Stu, I'd like you to stay here because actually you were involved in the first meeting I went to involving this that we're about to move on to. So I wouldn't want to just kick you out anyway. So we're coming over to Thread Quest.
Thread
I can't do that. Okay?
Thread.
I can't. Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
I love the double act of needle and thread.
Anyway, the project that you and Monkrista have been working on over this weekend.
Yes.
We kind of alluded to it at the start of the stream. However, for day 1 yesterday, we didn't have anything to show. Day 2, we have a prototype to show. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So the wonderful Mod Krista is going to take us through how the quest works. Because as good as we are at describing the quest, sometimes it's best just to play it and show it and show how this interaction works, because there is a unique element to this, which is that search field.
So, do we want to throw it over to her?
Yeah,
and we'll just let it go from there, and then I guess we'll get Krista to join us on here and we can talk a bit more about it. All right, so Mod Wolf is alongside Mod Krista, and they're going to take you through this right now. Let's go, guys.
Welcome back to the Glory Hatch of the Good Ship Wellbeing. How are we doing?
Don't get me started, seriously.
As Mod Shawnee just said, this is a prototype to show the way that the quest will work.
Yeah,
it's not the quest
the Fred
itself.
quest.
But you've not given me a lot to go with other than there's a commune bowl.
Okay, so you've got a fruit bowl.
Uh-huh.
You click on it, you get this interface.
Okay.
So you don't even have to click.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's even spacebar
Let's go
for
Apple.
people like you. Did you spacebar?
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing? Why is it not working? Why
Close
is
it
it
and
not
reopen
working?
it. Close it and reopen it. That always fixes it, right?
Oh, don't do this. It's working downstairs. No.
Oh, the air scrolls faster for me. Oh wait, so maybe if I just type it
No,
and then
it's
press
not
enter.
gonna- Oh, this sucks. It was working.
Try moving your map. It might be a client crash.
No, the
No,
client's okay.
It's the interface. Can you log out and log back in again?
I can.
We might have to do this one at a
What's your
time.
lovely name?
KG test 9.
Test
Bear with
9.
us.
This is half the fun of Game Jam.
What dev is.
This is Game Jam in a nutshell. Don't worry, we got this. We got this, okay?
Okay, we might have to log out between each word, but you know,
That's cool,
gives you an
okay.
idea. So if you spacebar, yay.
Okay, there we go. So
Now,
I'm going to type apple.
fruit.
Yes.
Cool. And now,
Oh,
something's appeared.
okay. Maybe.
What?
That's an apple. It's a very, very big apple. It's a poisoned apple, I hope not. You're the apple of my eye. Okay.
You are indeed.
Can I try a different fruit?
You can be, you might have to log out.
Oh,
No,
no. Okay, so let's try
Who
orange.
kickstarted it? No,
Oh, you haven't got an orange?
there's no orange. There are 20 different fruits.
And I picked the wrong one.
I don't know if the chat wants to try and come up with
Let's try
help
pear.
them out, chat.
I got a pear.
pear.
No, don't help me out. I got this. I got
help
this.
them out.
No, do help me out. What a lovely pear.
What a lovely pear.
Okay, let's try another one. I want to get all 20 of
You
these
should
in
be able
these
to
times.
keep going with that. I'll just close it
Oh,
now,
okay. Let's
hopefully.
go with persimmon, because you're the kind of person that would probably...
That's not how you spell that.
How do I spell it?
It's not in there anyway, do
Damn it. It's the kind of thing that Mod Krista would chuck in.
We've got
Oh,
some in the
totally.
chat. We've got some suggestions in the
Well, we've got
Pineapple.
papaya,
Pineapple. Papaya's a good one. Let's examine it. Okay, let's do banana.
grape, lemon.
Is that spelled banana?
Yep.
Okay.
A pineapple, pineapple,
Yes, we've got banana.
What's the banana examiner?
The banana examine is it's red and blue striped golfing umbrella, or maybe it's just a banana. Tomato,
golf
tomato. That's something Mod
outlier
Krista would
fruit.
put in.
Yeah, you know me far
There we
too
go.
well.
There we go. That's why I put persimmon. I was like, it's got to be
Nobody's
something
got the
stupid.
context as well.
Passion fruit will be one, possibly. Passion fruit in one word, or would you do it? with
Okay. Wolf, can I hold you just a second?
two? No, I'm on a roll.
Please.
You can't hold him, he's too slippery.
You continue to add the fruits.
Watermelon.
Because I'd like to ask Osborne. So this is a prototype where we talked about this yesterday, where
Great.
you're given a text and you type in something.
Yeah.
Now, how does this tie into what you and Krista are planning to do?
So now imagine, it's very hard. This is a greengrocers in which we're presenting several fruits. This is not what the question's necessarily going to be, but imagine the same, but with a murder mystery. Now imagine that somebody's died and left scrawled one word on the floor or wall or something like that, and you kind of got this instinct. So if I've got this one word, I'm going to type it in. You type it in, and then the environment changes. Suddenly, I don't know, but if the word is Shawnee, we type in Shawnee.
Okay.
Shawnee appears in the environment, and I can now go talk to Shawnee. Shawnee then when I talk to Shawnee, says, you know, I remember last week, you know, there was meant to be some fruit that arrived in a cart. But why hasn't it arrived? You're like, okay, this is interesting. I don't know why you're talking about fruit or carts. I go back to that search engine. I start typing in fruit, cart. A cart appears in the environment. It turns out that, you know, and the story is developing. I've not got a very good story here. It seems to be cart and murder related. But it's the idea that by investigating the environment that you're plonking down through the search engine, you can develop a story. And that story can be told completely non-chronologically.
So you could totally miss 2/3 of that story, but only catch the other side of it by typing certain words.
Which makes it really fun to develop because you're kind of trying to lead the player down a path, but also allowing them to kind of walk off that path. So if you're absolutely ridiculously good at this, you may actually put in the one word that ends the entire quest. And I'm sure walkthrough guides will do that. But I
that isn't the fun, right?
No, the fun. I'm hoping the fun will be to watch this develop. So we can do things like, so it's not only plonking down environment, we can add chat options. So that person that you added, Shawnee, that you added, could talk more. That Shawnee could then also, be diseased and then die if you could put it in the right words.
Okay.
So the story and the characters develop through the kind of inputs that you put into this search field. And of course, what Krista and I were talking about, that because this communing bowl, it won't be a goal, is important to the storyline, that maybe in the future you could go back to it and add in, like, what does it think about Stone of Jazz, Azanadra, Zaros, all these different things, and you can start kind of communing with it. And that might add even more things to the environment, more things to search. So we're adding basically Google into RuneScape and seeing what happens.
Okay. So you can totally see new interactions coming, even on existing characters maybe with this.
Yeah, and we're taking advantage of it very early on because there are a lot of people who are helping with us on Discord. So some people have written a book, some people have named NPCs, so I might be throwing in a few of those.
Book?
Yeah, collaborated on an entry into a book for the quest. So they produced 200 words for me, and it's superb. So of course I'm going to put them in. And what Krista, I'm talking a lot in I. Well, Krista is, producing the entirety of the content. Basically, I'm just a word jar.
So just as a quick
Have you got them all?
We have a pineapple, tomato, mango, kiwi, cherry, grapefruit, apple, papaya, grape, coconut, melon, banana.
Why do you not
pear.
have cabbage?
Cabbage isn't a fruit.
Put cabbage in anyway.
It's not a fruit.
It's not a fruit.
Put cabbage. Why we don't get cabbage reference?
I did the thing, didn't I?
I'm disappointed.
Okay, strawberry. How did I miss strawberry?
So you can see with the red bar that's
go.
the progress filling up.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see which bits you did or didn't find. So I think our idea is that players can complete it without all of them. But if you want to trim comp, if you want Master Quest Cape, or if you just want to find out everything about the story, then you'd be wanting to fill that bar up.
Yep.
Line, missing line. Everybody in the chat's really helping. Thanks, guys.
I think you got 15 out of 20. I don't think you're going to get them all.
What? Why?
Well, there's a really obvious one that you've not gone with.
Oh dear, I think I've...
What have you done?
Okay, we're good.
He's broken it again.
No, I did the thing where I pressed it. Okay, there we go, we're good. We did tomato, guys. We did orange isn't one for some.
I feel like this is a really weird psychology
Peach
exercise.
is a good one.
There you go.
Good shout. Not quite giant size. There's some really terrible puns in this. I think the grape one was really good. The grape one is it's wine in a solid state. That's pretty good.
This was me this morning, so.
Raspberry. Guava? No, we did guava.
Try guava.
Kiwi.
We did kiwi.
Ah.
Plum. Plum is a good one. That's got to be one.
What Wolf hasn't realised is there's a list right next to me.
So there is. Oh, Dwellberry isn't
That's
a
the
fruit.
really obvious
How is that an
one.
obvious one?
That's the obvious one.
How is a berry not a fruit?
A berry's just got one as well for you.
I think I got who?
You haven't done
It's the
pomegranate.
closest we've got to Twitch plays.
How do I
RuneScape.
spell pomegranate?
You actually have it.
It's written.
How do I spell pomegranate? Pomegranate. Pomegranate. I'm not good at spelling, as you saw with the skill kit.
Helix.
It hangs perfectly. Excuse me?
That's.
I have one left.
Oh.
What
You
do I
have
miss?
2 left.
Okay.
You've got those 2 left.
Oh, I would never in a million years have guessed fig. That's like an old person fruit. So what's the other one?
An old person fruit.
Shots fired.
Cranberry. What about my gooseberry? There we go.
There you go,
There we go. We're done. We got them all. Yay!
You have a complete story. Congratulations.
So, am I right in saying you go into a room that's just a dead... So, this is the way I'm envisioning it. You go into a room that's just a dead body. However, you start typing things and then that kind of paints the scene of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, what you could imagine is maybe it's the memories of that dead person. And so you're slowly filling in the back, what led to that moment.
Okay.
And so you're effectively trying to discover what caused this.
Although in this case, it's filling up a greengrocer store.
Yeah, that's it. It's
You're into the fruit salad.
It's changing the quest. I'm seeing how exciting that was. I think I might change things. But yeah, you're kind of building up to that moment. And as I was saying before, I really love telling a story backwards. Weirdly allows you a lot of emotional heft. If you've watched films like Memento, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, you can do a lot with the gaps in the viewer's knowledge and tell a real emotional, character-driven story. So it's allowed us to play.
Can I squidge?
Yeah.
Oh, you eat?
So what's the overview of the quest itself? So you mentioned obviously it's a murder mystery, but I believe you mentioned yesterday it was literally female. It was female related, right? Is that correct?
That's absolutely right. It's so every
It just
character.
happens to be.
It just happens to be because the story is driven that way.
Okay.
But it's very family oriented. A lot of the story is about family. And so this is about a group of women just trying to survive. And it's...
trying to survive despite you.
Despite me coming in and doing terrible things. But it's a determination to do some kind of character-driven, real... Not about God stomping around the world, which is, very sixth agey.
Yeah.
There is a place for that kind of storytelling, but often you just want to kind of chat to people, find out their very human, familial problems, and help to resolve them. And I do like that about some of the older RuneScape quests. We're getting to do it.
So yeah, it's not going to be quite as fun as the fruit. It's going to be, tear jerking.
So it's emotional then, in that sense. Yeah. Okay.
If you cry, Shawnee, I'll have done my job.
Okay.
I've got 2 shout-outs I need to do.
Okay, sure. Moments.
To Niv and Artemis, who've been keeping me sane on Discord, so...
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, they have.
Not Vin, because he said he would leave forever if I
Is it
called
Vin
him
or
Vin.
Niv?
It's Niv.
Niv, yeah.
Okay. So I've called them both now, so...
They mentioned that you've got Ascension grips on your hands, Krista.
No, Mohawk made these for me.
All right, so is there anything else, Osborne or Krista, you guys want to jump in? But I mean, that prototype kind of gives you an idea, so just to run it down.
Functionality.
You come to a scene, you get a thing, and you start typing stuff in that might be related to it, and it begins to fill out around you and seeing what comes out of that, and that leads you to other things.
And we've got a very active Discord, so do please come and help us with the quest.
All right. And then JD's going to throw that in the chat for us. We are going to get ready to pass on over to, I believe, Mod Ramen, who is with Mod Wolf. Is that correct, I believe?
Yes, correct.
And we're going to get over to them now, and we're going to go see what Ramen has been up to since day 1 has ended. Let's do it now.
Are we here? We're here, I think. How are you doing, Mod Ramen?
I'm doing well.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty...
You've clearly been eating some KFC because it's on your face still, and I just realised.
Is it actually on my face?
You've got a bit on your left there. Don't worry, it's fine. Don't worry, man. I got your back.
I'm tired.
Well, we're sponsored by KFC today, it turns out, not Domino's. So, Lumbridge Reclaim. We saw a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
How has it progressed?
So what you saw yesterday was actually essentially the bare bones of the kind of idea we had for the crater. Mm-hmm. Obviously in the background you could still see that the lava on the left hand side from the Zamrax podium was still there.
And the face punch bonanza
Monkey face punch bonanza.
Yes.
So last night Ryan and I were actually here pretty late, 2 a.m. with Ryan and Chaplin. But last to leave the office, as you do. And that was my chance to really take the Monkey Face Punch and move it into the Gamer's Grotto. So that's where it is now. I still need to update coordinates and things like that. Mm-hmm. But over the course of this morning, I was filling out where it was. And actually, so as you can see here, this grass and this gravel is actually using the old overlay. So what I've done for some areas of Lumbridge, I haven't done it to everything because I don't want to completely make it too unfamiliar, and I want to do it slowly, one piece at a time, make sure people are happy with it. So as you can see here, you've got the new pathing. So you can see, there's a drastic difference between the two. And as you can see, this is the old grass, but as we get closer to, some of the newer area, you can see the grass becomes more vibrant, starts to blend in with the path a little more. And as you can see, when I jump over here, everything looks a lot nicer, and, the little fountain, you come down here into the crater.
Oh wow, there we go.
Here is that beautiful crater. I accidentally mapped down the Oogle root bunnies by mistake, so I need to replace them, add a little bit more wildlife. But if we go over to where Monkey Face Punch Bonanza was, I've got 2 things to show.
There's a lot of trees.
So we got some yews mapped down. We got some normal trees, but here we go. We got a little bit of bench. We got some paths and a couple. I like.
Mate, it's RuneScape, not The Sims. You're I'm gonna put my path here.
Our map head is really cool, and I really really enjoy it. So I put down tree stumps. I was like, make a cute little path up to the windmill. Take your little 99 farming picture here or something. I don't know. Or you could spin in circles as the Elf City people do.
Ediths, we call them.
Whoa. And as you can see, you got more use. So previously there was a bank chest here for Monkey Face Punch Bonanza. Mm-hmm. I do plan on putting one in here. So you will be able to put your portables down. You'll be able to bring your pets back in. You'll be able to bring your avatars in.
Put down your portables and stuff. And
yeah. So rather than people doing it here, where it's a little bit, it's a bit
loud, essentially. Loud is the correct word.
Yeah.
So you could do it here, and you could be like, oh, there's my little bunny, you know, walking across, and it would just be a nicer atmosphere, essentially.
Yes.
Another couple of things I was doing, I was thinking about integrating Orla into it a little bit more. As you can see, he is very loud.
She's really far away as well. She's out of the action, considering.
And then, over here, oh yeah, we're going to try and see if we can get the Ashdale fish sort of swimming around in here, so you'll actually be able to see that. Yeah.
Cool.
As you can see here, this is the entrance into the swamp, and the Zamorak stuff is gone, so there's no more lava.
Good.
And now you can see the swamp doesn't just end here now. You can actually come up, and there is a lot more swampage.
So, question. I saw this on Reddit the other day.
Hit me up.
What happens with the tokens from the world event? Do they still teleport you to the location?
I'm probably just going to teleport you here or something.
Makes sense.
There was no reason ever for you to teleport there unless you're running water runes.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's no reason for you to teleport here unless you're doing monkey face punch bonanza.
Unless you're walking around with somebody, evidently, showing off your farming cave.
Yeah, and hopefully, Mod Kelpie and the Ninja team will be able to make these benches sittable on. Mm-hmm. And we'll have a couple more of them mapped down like that. But honestly, like, huge shout out to Mod Lucaf for, you know, the entirety of this crater. Like, I just took it out and then basically just been sitting in these map squares while looking at this pretty thing, doing this.
That's incredible.
He's done a phenomenal job. You can't do that in
Legacy.
Hold
pop it in and let's head it on. Let's get a nice camera shot. Let's get the money shot going on.
Ooh, I don't know why I've done that. All right, Jay. Slow down. Buy me dinner first.
Oh, all right. Okay. God, you're a bit high maintenance, aren't you? Jesus.
Where's the debug camera? Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no. It's
What is it?
Can you just?
Don't have the tilt. It's just debug.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Cheers.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh, look at that windmill.
There. Go on, spin it. You got it. And
look at them benches. You know.
You're such a
path.
tease.
Look at that. Like. Look at that. What's this little thing?
That's the sprites.
Let's go up. Look at that reflection. Oh man, I should be a graphics artist. Look at that. That is Lumbridge. Like, that's what Lumbridge used to be like way back in the day.
Well, it also had closed walls.
It's so
as well.
pretty, and you know, you get this little fountain as a memorial. So you know, people who want to remember the Battle of Lumbridge can go sit in front of that and be like, I remember. I was there. I was there. You and I
This is
were both
deep,
there.
man. Why are we doing?
What was that? That's a bug.
You got to make me Bible thump. Is that a bug?
No.
No, it's where the ladder's meant to be. It's just you're not loading the ladder in because you're not close enough.
But yeah, like absolutely stunning. Like, look at this scenery.
It is incredible. I'm in awe with this. You know, it was the most requested thing by far on the thread when people
we
asked
sat in the
about it.
meeting, and like when it was suggested, I was like, I'm doing that. Like, I have to get that done. That is the. There's been two things I wanted to do since I joined Jagex, and I managed to fulfill them in the last like 3 months. So.
Well, that's it now. You've hit your peak.
Yeah, I'm done.
Get lost.
I'm out.
Don't go away. We love you.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. It's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure to work on. Obviously, because I've been working on this, I haven't really had much of a chance to work on Virago Quest with Ryan and Ollie, but honestly, what they've done is absolutely incredible.
This is incredible. Thanks to both you and Mod Luke.
Mod Lucaf. I keep trying to persuade him to get a Twitter account. He's one of them that doesn't want to step into the new age, but I promise I'll bring him in.
Kicking and screaming.
So yeah, like, as you can see, here's the two differences. Hopefully, you know, one day we'll be able to, who's this fella? We'll be able to run this into the wider game area, but we don't want to do too much of a drastic change too soon.
Yeah.
Let's, you know, take it slow, let the good times roll.
Right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mod Ramen.
No worries.
Put this live, guys. Do we know if there's a...
Mod Kelpie did say something that was I don't want to say, but soon.
Okay. Possibly next month.
He said it.
Possibly.
Possibly next month. It's pretty much done. Just need to update a couple of coordinates for some of the content and remove them rabbits and replace them with other things.
Excellent. Right, well, thanks so much, Mod Ramen.
No
Thanks so
worries.
much to Mod Luke F as well for working on this. We are now going to jump on over to Mod Ryan, I believe. He's going to jump on and sit near you. Or you can sit on you if you want, but I think that it'll be a tight squeeze. So
buy me dinner first, Ryan.
So let's have Mod Ramen scooch on. Obviously, Mod Ryan. Yesterday we had a straw poll with Mod Ryan. Please sit down. We had a straw poll that specifically asked which thing you want Mod Ryan to work on last night to be MTX items added in game, right?
Yes.
So there was Slayer masks, there was the high Hanto armor, and then there was skilling outfits. And you voted for the skilling outfits. Have you done it?
Yes, I've done some
of course.
them.
Come on, scooch on in. You're going to have to get a little bit... You're going to have to scooch on in. I'm going to put it on big camera. There we go. Let's have a look. Have you got a welder?
Look for Mohawk.
But what am I trying to do? What am I trying to press? Control F. What am I looking for? There we go. Mohawk. Right. This one, yes?
Yep.
Cool. Let's load this up and let's get going. Have you got an account as well?
I can try an account, yeah.
Okay, so
Do you have an account?
I do have an account. I was just wondering if you had an account. So question, Mod Ryan. There's a lot of skilling outfits on MTX.
There's a lot.
So how many have you added?
So I've added 4 so far.
So far, okay.
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
I'll show you which 4.
Do you want to announce which ones while
I'll
we're
show
logging
you.
in? Okay.
Which 4? So we have cooking.
Cooking, yes.
Summoning.
Summoning.
Divination.
Divination.
And what was the other one that I did? Good question. Oh, prayer.
Prayer, okay.
We happen to be logged in at the prayer location.
How convenient. Oh, look, I wonder where you get the cooking one from, Mod Ryan. Let's talk about the prayer one since we're here, okay? So please, do take.
So essentially, the current outfits in game, we have the woodcutting outfit, construction outfit, we have Master Runecraft robes, mining. They all come from sort of things like Great Ore Project, Lava Flow Mine, Temple Trekking. They're sort of like mini games, D&Ds, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So for these, at the moment, this design could change, but this is what I went with on the short notice that we had from the poll.
Cool. Right.
So I have added a guy, a ghost, I guess is the word. He is going to be under the stairs here. Thanks to Mod Ramen's kind modelling, he's added the first age items to a ghost. So
that's pretty cool.
This is the first age ghost.
He looks pretty shady.
He is, yes, well done. Shady ghost. Essentially, the shady ghost located here in Port Phasmatis.
Yeah, that thing. Port Phas, we all just say. I love ecto tokens.
This is placeholder, but it's fine. So he's looking for ecto tokens. And if you, what are we looking for? So if you don't own any of the pieces, he'll tell you that he's interested in your ecto tokens, and for a price, a certain amount, he'll offer you a first stage outfit piece.
Okay.
At the moment, placeholder numbers. So it's worth noting that we have to go through design and balancing still on these.
Yes.
But this is the general sort of process that we're going through.
Okay.
But you can buy a random piece of the first stage outfit from him for X amount of ecto tokens. So in this case, we got the first stage bracelet.
Of course, I presume that it's going to choose one that you don't own as well.
Yeah, so you'll see, we probably have loads of ecto tokens. But yeah, we can go through and purchase, okay, we only had 10,000. But
okay,
we
there
purchased 2 pieces of the outfit. So that's for the prayer outfit.
Yeah, worth pointing out the 5k is placeholder. It's not went through balancing.
Yeah.
Don't get too upset about that yet. That's still tentative.
How much is 5k?
How much? It's a lot.
I don't know.
How many do you get per bone? Like 10? 15?
I don't know, I don't remember.
Or do you get 2?
It's probably a lot based on the Twitch chat. It clearly sounds like a lot.
Yeah, 5k is clearly too much.
Okay.
Looks at people's reactions. We'll tone that down when we get numbers. Cooking.
So, cooking? You want to do cooking?
Let's do cooking next.
Okay, cooking is basically what's going on in my inventory right now.
Do you remember the name of the gnome?
Yes.
Is it G? It's like the Pokemon Master.
No, it begins with an N.
Isn't it? Is it Giovanni or something? Like the Pokemon Master trainer, the number 8. I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
So the is it called Gnome Restaurant?
Yes, Gnome Restaurant.
So there's a mini game called Gnome Restaurant, which is the one that you can obtain the cooking outfit from. The idea is that you have to complete delivery tasks, for those that don't know, delivering food from the gnomes around to various NPCs within the game. You can do an easy...
It's Gian.
Gian.
There you go.
Okay, but Ninto is this guy.
Yeah, this is just one of the persons you're delivering to,
Yeah,
right?
well, this is one of the guys that you deliver to. So you can do an easy or a hard mode. The outfit is only available as a hard mode reward, which is the same as how like the gnome scarf, the gnome goggles, those sorts of items are given out.
Yes.
But yeah, so as an example, we have Captain Ninto, who is after some item that I have, which I just gave him, which was
fruit batter.
Fruit batter.
Delicious.
He loved it. And he did just give me this great sous chef hat.
I think you already had that.
Did he not? Oh, did I already have that one?
I think you already had it, mate. Sorry.
All right, we'll do it again.
Okay, all right, let's do it again. This is the magic. Oh, you've unlocked all the skill packs.
It's fine, we'll have those.
Thanks, Mod Mohawk.
We'll have those over here. Right, let's try again.
Let's try again.
Give me an outfit piece. Nope.
Have you left the random in? Oh! Oh no.
Yeah, that's fine.
He gave you a seed bod tip.
Oh no, there is a. It's based on. There is something it's based on. I forgot what I based it off.
Well, that's always useful. Thank you, Mod Ryan.
Basically,
insightful information.
It is a random chance to win said outfit piece. Yeah, that's one of the rewards you can get from the.
That's spicy.
I've never actually done this minigame before until doing this. So. Oh, come on. He's not being very nice, is he?
Is it relatively common?
Well, this is to go through balancing stuff. Give me a piece. Well, the answer is he does give you a piece of the outfit on the same chance of getting like gnome scarf, etc.
Yes.
I say same chance, sorry, it's actually more common than the gnome scarf.
Okay, come on, this is the one, this is the one.
No, he doesn't want to give me any, but basically, that's how you get that one.
Okay, that's how you do that. You do that about 50,000 times, and you'll get a piece.
Okay.
By the looks of it.
You do get it.
You do get it.
Yeah, trust. Right, so that's that one, Gnome Restaurant. There's two others I've done so far, which are summoning and divination. Divination is from cash.
Okay.
It will only give you so it'll only give you an attempt to give it. Sorry, there's only a chance of you getting it from a cache that you earn XP from.
Oh, okay, all right. So it has to be one of your few dailies, right?
Yeah. So you can only earn 200 points a day, and depending on how many points you have when you leave, increases your chance.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if you can leave with a full 100, you got the best chance you can get in a piece. We'll have to do some stuff real quick.
This is called magic. Come on, you got this. You got this. That should work, right?
Yeah, I don't need client, but we'll do it anyway.
Oh, okay.
So,
Clienter.
Right.
Sorted.
Now we just wait for cache to maybe open or not.
FPS it?
We can give it a go.
There we go. That looks like it's ready to jump in, doesn't it? Oh.
It's fine. We'll fix it because we went back in time. What's the time today? Let's go to like.
If I could turn
18.
back time. Okay, there we go.
Can you turn back time, Jay?
If I could find a way, Mod Ryan. If I could find a way.
Come on, give me some cash.
It's too late now. Everybody types =3 every time that I speak, so.
Well, if we could start cash.
Yes.
Then
So,
I would
so
show
at the
you.
end of cash, when you get
Yes.
experience, you have a chance. There we go. There you go. As if it
we're
knew.
Okay, right. So, let's hop in. Let's also hope that we actually get it. You have a pretty good chance here, so.
Okay, could you not have potatoed all of this?
Yeah, but we don't. So we don't import certain things that we need for this stream. But we can do this.
Oh, cheat! Look how quick he's getting this XP.
Done.
Done.
Right, that was
Done
easy.
cash.
That was the
Whew.
easiest cash
That was so hard work. Come on, let's hope you get one. Come on.
Let's hope the Guthixian Guardians are ready.
Oh, they're loading that.
No!
Mod Ryan, have you definitely plugged these in? What the heck, man?
There is such thing known as RNG.
RNG is not shining upon us today.
No, it's not. Right. Well.
All right, so that's how you get the div one. Next
that is
outfit.
how you get the div outfit.
One more.
I can show you. What's the last one? Familiarization. There is no
summoning
way I can set this one up.
So familiarization is essentially. So how do you get it from familiarization?
This one. So currently, for familiarization for the summoning outfit.
Yes.
You can claim a box of summoning ingredients, or you can claim triple charms.
Yes.
At the moment, I've made it so that you can only get it from the box of summoning ingredients.
Oh, you're so mean.
At the same time, it's pretty mean, so maybe that will change. But this one we can definitely get. Nope.
Just give yourself a couple.
Okay.
Give yourself a couple.
Yeah, but you have to.
Random.
Oh yeah, set random 0. That would also be useful.
No, set random 0 doesn't always work. It depends on what your randoms
Well, what
are.
did you set the random to be?
Not to equal 0.
Did you put? Oh, darn.
Actually, this one's probably okay. Now you mention it.
Yay! We got a piece of the shaman's headdress.
There you go. So at the moment it's plugged in so that when, I don't know, for those that don't know, familiarization, you get points inside. So I think it's shards, and you can collect a certain amount. And depending on how many you get, determines how good of a reward you get from your summoning crate. And the better
reward. Sorry, the more you get, the better chance you have of unlocking a piece from the chest.
Okay.
From the box.
So, lowdown.
Yes.
4 new outfits added
Yes.
to the game through various methods. There is the prayer, which comes from Ecto tokens.
Yep.
There is the cooking from the Gnome Restaurant minigame. The divination outfit is going to come from the end of cash completions,
cash.
only when you get experience.
Yep, so you'll only be... I mean, arguably you could do it more than twice a day,
Yes.
but your better chances at 100.
Yes.
Definitely try and get 100 points.
Makes sense. And then summoning, it comes from familiarization, but only at the moment from the items, not from the triple XP
Yes.
charm thing that you can choose,
Yep.
right? Okay, cool, there you go, 4 new outfits. What about modified add-ons?
I knew you were about to ask that.
Yes.
Okay, so for now we're not touching add-ons.
Okay.
Because we have, we have many outfits that, you said at the beginning, there's plenty more. We've got artisans, the smithing, blacksmith one, etc., etc.
Herbler.
I'd rather, focus on getting all of those in first before we focus on adding head add-ons to these ones.
That makes sense, that makes sense. Awesome, well thank you so much, Mod Ryan.
That's all right.
That was incredible. Thanks for allowing the straw poll to happen as well. I hope that you're all happy about that in the chat. What are we moving on to now, should we do? We are moving on to the couch, Mod
Okay,
Ryan.
am I moving to the couch?
Well, you are moving to the couch with Mod Ollie and Mod Ramen, I believe, to talk about your fantastic Virago quest.
Okay.
So why don't you scoot on over?
I will
and,
go.
I miss you already.
Thanks.
Bye, Mod Ryan.
Thanks, Mod Wolf. And yeah, there you go. A little look, first of all, of course, at the environmental claim in the Lumbridge Craft from Mod Ramen and Mod Luke F, and then Mod Ryan
Scooch.
with the which is packed there. Met the microphone pack. Jeez. With the skillet outfits. So there was a question that was regarding skillet outfits. So you can get the Divinus outfit, I believe, with Fala. Is that still going to be the case?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
okay, that's something worth mentioning. We haven't fully decided yet, but we were talking about how we're not going to be changing. We're not going to be taking any outfits away from the Sorry, we're not going to take any outfits away from where you can currently already earn them, including the ones obtainable on Treasure Hunter at the moment. So you can obtain some of the pieces. In the future, we may be looking at moving some of the outfits, such as the woodcutting outfit. We may look at putting those in Vic's store. So on the flip side, you can now earn all outfits via both means. Maybe a
So
chance.
that's like the Lumberjack outfit and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Awesome.
But that's to be decided. So.
Okay. Ollie has been a little bit like a ghost until he popped up in that video out of the blue, which I thought was absolutely amazing.
Why have I been like a ghost?
Because you haven't been on the couch or anything yet.
No, I know. You've not wanted me.
Don't look at me. I'm just wow. Okay, now the chat will now hate me forever.
They're all saying touch the cactus.
I know.
So you guys obviously been involved with Virago Quest now. First of all, I don't know any one of you want to take this question, but why the Virago Quest? And can you give us an overview of what it's going to be?
Ryan should probably take that one.
Yeah, sure. So for me, it's about we have a lot of bosses in game, and we don't have much behind the story behind them. They have enough lore that makes them fit within the game, but I'm quite happy and interested in knowing more about where they came from and why it is that they're there. So that's a reason as to why I was interested in doing Virago's quest. I'm not sure why. What about you, Carl?
Well, I mean, for me, I've always loved bosses, and Virago is a really interesting character. Obviously, bosses like Nex, obviously they have a depth to their storyline, essentially, because obviously she's tied in with the God Wars. Her story was just expanded on. She's been expanded on in quests, whereas Araxor, Virago, them guys. I lost my. I was trying to think about the bosses that don't really have, because obviously Nimora and Hellwear, they all have. They've got a story.
It was nice when we got to do God Wars Dungeon 2 and do a Tales that came with it, and because we knew we were making characters that we wanted people to sort of fall in love with, and giving them a cool backstory was a part of that. But obviously, Virago's not had the chance.
On release, essentially, it was just I am Rock, and that was.
But there's cool elements of the fight that sort of put that intrigue there, like the Maul of Omens, and just the Defeater title, and is there an original, or is there where does the Maul come from? Why the pieces in him? Where's he been all this time? He's been slumbering. So there's so many. The elements of a cool story are there, and obviously that's what we want to build with the quest.
Have you been able to figure out requirements for this quest yet?
No, not really. It's aimed at being it's more of like it's a story to show how Virago became to be and all the things that Ollie just mentioned. It's not supposed to be like a high-end quest. Just because it's a boss doesn't mean we have to have like fights and combat sequences.
Yeah.
So in terms of actual requirements right now, I don't think we have any unless we need them to fit certain bits of story in.
For my section, the giant dwarf is needed.
Spoilers.
Sorry. Yeah.
But it's basically like we want people to, even though Virago is quite aspirational content, it's nice to introduce people to his character beforehand. So like maybe people who aren't quite there yet will have an interest in him and want to get to the fight.
So I mean, in terms of the project itself, how's it come along over the last 2 days?
Mainly these two.
Yeah.
We kind of.
How have you? Okay, so between you two, how have you split up into who's doing what?
Well,
then,
it is all three of us, like rather than just being humble. But although, well, not so humble in the environment stream.
Yeah, saying you did all the graphics.
I have shouted Luke out.
He did shout him out.
Yeah, he did. But me and Ollie looked at each other like.
Yeah, you said you did the water.
The three. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You were looking in the
Look at that
reflection like, oh, I should have been
like-
an environment artist.
Yeah, no, because I lined up the shot and I was like, ooh.
All right.
No, but like the three of us are very much.
Anyway, yeah, we've all been doing it together, and the reason like I wasn't so much in the BTS is because it was their idea, and we sat down about it before the game jam and had a chat, and I sort of took an interest, and obviously I've done quite a lot of quests in the past, so they welcomed me on board. But we sat down, went through the design and what we thought the story should be, and how the different like beats of it should sort of pan out in the quest, and then because they're quite distinct, the different sections of the story, we basically chopped them up. And I know these guys are you're all basically just reading the chat. You're not listening to a word I'm saying.
It's because they're calling me mod giant and him mod dwarf.
That's why the giant dwarfs need
Go to this camera. Let's just do it. There we go.
So yeah, obviously like the different parts of the story are quite distinct, so we chopped them up basically. Ryan's been doing a lot of the framework of the quest, whereas me and Kyle have been doing some of the different like story sections.
Are we looking at like cutscenes, like to kind of introduce some stuff?
Yeah,
and stuff
so
like that?
it's more like a Tales in its format than like it's not like a big quest. People shouldn't be expecting like huge amounts of gameplay and stuff like that, but it will be in the quest book.
So I mean, obviously, I guess the question comes down to how long does it take to go from the prototyping stages in towards some sort of finalization. I mean, if you're looking at it from an overview, what would you look at here in regards to an ETA on this?
I don't want to just like keep talking.
I guess so. For Game Jam, we tried to get as much of, like you said, the structure together.
Of course.
Obviously, Kyle was working on the Lumbridge Creator. I also did some of the skilling outfit stuff.
Ryan cheated a little bit. Started before the Game Jam. Put some.
Oh yeah.
Put some of the bones in the skeleton.
In Tap on Thursday, I sort of tried to start it off, but I don't know. I don't think. If we can commit some more taps to it, I think we could get it done relatively.
Quests are, dialogue's the thing that kind of takes the most.
The thing is, I use my tap to do a top secret project, which can't be said.
Okay.
But I won't be able to be putting any tap time in. But maybe I'll put in some extra hours and do some of the dialogue. But we've mostly got it covered. It needs mostly some animation work, to be honest.
I don't even want to know what you guys are doing. But,
just sitting there reading it.
They're saying, Modrama, if you can't breathe, look into the camera and say help. It's like
when we look at overviews, I mean, does this, depending on how this goes, like, could we see something regarding, let's say, I don't know, like lore regarding Araxor? Because I mean, it's kind of been, I don't know if maybe I'm going crazy. I haven't really seen anything regarding Araxor in the lore perspective, but like, does it kind of open the branch to take down these routes, if that makes sense?
It's dependent because like Virago talks, whereas Araxor is just like.
Okay, it's fair.
I think the precedence for like building lore behind bosses started a while ago, and we saw them appearing in like the Wild Wakes and Missing Presumed Death, and then obviously we've done Tales of the God Wars, which was specifically dedicated to bosses like that. So there's no reason we couldn't do more. And I really wanted to do even more. I did say to some people before the game jam I was going to do more stories with the Gobble's Dungeon 2 general, so I've kind of broken that promise. So to everyone I said that to on Twitter, I'm sorry. But I would still love to do that. But bosses do just sort of build that intrigue. They're like, these huge... They're one creature that you're fighting against normally, so we make them as cool as possible. We try and build little elements of story into the fights, so that makes them like just interesting to try and build a story behind. And I think that is what interests people.
So by the end of Game Jam, how far do you reckon you guys will be on this?
Depends how late we stay today. We were in yesterday till 2 a.m.
Oof. Okay.
And we got in today at midday, so.
We're all pretty tired after staying in like late Friday, late yesterday, and then I've got to go in a minute, but I'm going to try and get as much done as possible.
Okay.
I have an idea for the sort of stuff I want to do before we close out Game Jam. Hopefully get it in. We had a discussion before the stream of like little bits that we're definitely happy with, so hopefully we'll have it pretty good.
Overall, are you guys happy with? Were you expected to get this much done in the time you had, or?
I think that for this, like the story. At the beginning, we had like specific key points we were happy with, and it's filling the bits in between to make it feel, like a full story that works. And for me, I really like the story that we have now.
All right.
Which is why we can't show anything, because it's an interesting story, and unless you see it from start to end.
Yeah, we can't really show any spoilers.
Yeah.
That's fair. But I mean, in regards to Game Jam, anything overall, is there anything you guys want to say before we wrap up this little section here?
It's been really fun.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't need saving.
He's
going to
purposely making it look like he's squashed.
I am genuinely squashed. Look at you, man spreading. There we go.
I've seen you called Mod Hodor and Mod Great John.
I got called Mod Virago at one point as well.
Oh my!
He's going to take my lunch money afterwards as well.
Your hair does look a bit like the sort of rocks off his.
Thanks.
Oh my. Alright, so we're going to get ready to pass over to Mod Wolf, who I believe is on the gaming PC with Mod Orion, because Mod Orion's been getting up to some stuff related to the Ark in his time here at Game Jam. So we're going to get ready to pass it over to him right now.
Awesome. How are you guys doing? You doing all right, Mod Orion?
I'm pretty good, mate.
Fantastic. Yeah, we have a lot more room here, don't we? I mean, I can man spread all I want over here.
You won't man spread very much, pal.
What? Oh, let's get on with this right now before I get very upset. Arc improvements.
Yes.
You've been working on quite a few of them. Do you want to go through what you've been adding? Or what you've already added, for that matter, in the past couple of weeks, before we go on what you've added this weekend?
We can go through what me and Mod Stu have added in the last 3 weeks or so.
Please do.
We did a couple, it's a mini batch. Again, don't like using that word, but yeah. Okay, so.
Well, I did some mini batch because, evidently I don't need much room to man space, but whatever, it's fine, go on.
Mini batch Mod Wolf. Okay, so Sensei Hakase will have all of the requirements that you need or have yet to acquire in order to get the Salty title, which is essentially the kind of completionist title for all of the Arc content. So if you go to Twilight and talk to Sensei Hakase, you'll see a book of all the requirements.
That's good, that's good.
To do. Stu has made a change to Sajobo's contracts. So what you can do with those now is customize it a bit more and have all the lower tier resources actually cut out.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So a lot of people just wanted Uncharted Isles resources because them gains. The Voyager title, once you've done that, you can see icons on the Uncharted Isles minimap for treasure chests.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
So you don't have to waltz around your island trying to find this Taiji2 crate.
One of my favourite things that you added, which I think you've actually expanded upon in the weekend, is resource bars above the head of all of the stuff. You added to bamboo, I believe, and
bamboo and wobbegongs.
Yes.
Because Stu, when we released Batch 2 of the Ark, had added that system to the divination, the Maui heads, for ancestral energy, and the farming mushrooms as well, the mushroom clusters.
Some were missing, weren't they?
Yeah.
And which one was that you might have added?
So I've added a timer bar to Alea Crabblers because they work a little bit differently to the other resources, which are somewhat static. They actually deplete after a while. So what we'll do is we'll go to my claimed island.
Okay. Do you want to teleport? We are in a cheaty world.
No. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Hacks. So I'll go to my claimed island via Gully here. Because I know I've got some Alea crablets on here.
There we go.
Yeah.
See the timer on these. Does it only appear when you start, I imagine?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and obviously they're different between the these two are two different crabs, different timers, I mean.
Yes, so these are the regular salty crablets that I haven't added a timer to.
Okay.
I might have actually. We'll test that in a sec.
Let's try it. Yeah, let's see. This is going to be exciting for both of us.
I want to say it's just on the Alea crablets for now, because they take priority, they're the rare resource or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure I can duplicate that code onto these little bad boys.
If you click on this, another Alea crablet, will it just show two, presumably? Or is it shared? Or is
well, that's all good.
Okay, that's good.
Yes,
that's good.
It will show two.
That's good.
But obviously, me walking on top of this crablet, I took render priorities. Yeah. So okay, that's handy. A lot of people have been asking for that because they are, other than the tortles, which is difficult to show a bar of like how many tortles are left in the burrow or whatnot. They are the last of the 5 main resources we can put bars on. So yeah.
Let's check. Let's check.
I don't think I have, but let's just mine all the little.
Oh my god, Mod Orion! Thanks, past Mod Orion.
I don't know when I did that, but okay, cool.
So on top of that, you've added a couple of extra features to Quick Chat, I believe.
Yeah, okay, so we're now keeping track of, and sorry it's a little bit late as well, the Amanishi Slayer creatures, all 4 types. Let's see if I can remember them. Sotapana, Sakatagami, Anagami, and Arhats. Yeah.
Well, that was impressive. Now my pants are wet.
Oh, jeez. Okay. You should be careful what you're doing with that blackcurrant juice, model. So yeah, I can go into the quick chat and have a look at my Slayer kills, and I've added another page. Yeah, no comment, Twitch.
Yeah, let's just ignore the chat. It's usually best to ignore the chat when you say phrases like that. It's fine. It's fine. You got this.
So you can see at 890, and on the other page we've got the.
1 page for 1 extra thing. That's so infuriating.
Sorry, we're gonna have to. Well, actually, Slayer to 120 is happening, so I'm sure that page will be nicely.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's gonna be a lot longer.
With an extra maybe 2 or 3 pages alongside it. No comment. So we've added those, which is great. And a few people asked me to look into an issue.
Floating planks.
Oh, floating planks. Okay, right. That's fixed.
Yes.
This was a problem with our engine. So I'm going to get a little bit technical here. We have kind of basic array functionality. So we can only
You lost me already. Stop at array.
Has anyone seen Mod Wolf? Yeah. Basically, we didn't have the capability to shuffle the elements of an array, right? Java has that, but our engine, our script doesn't. But thanks to Mod Hunter, who is a legend, he's added an array shuffle functionality. So what I've been able to do is cut out about 3,000 operations in this like horrible procedural loop of placing things on an island, and put 1 line of code just to say, yeah, do it. Thanks. And so now, like, you'll notice any weird things where, like, a rock might spawn in a Maui head. And then the Maui head wouldn't render. Or a treasure chest in a tree. So it looked like when you opened the treasure chest, a tree was growing out. I thought it was cool, but
go figure.
It was a bug, not a feature. Sorry. So that's all actually fixed, which is fantastic. No resources spawning on top of other resources and stuff like that. So another thing as well is I've investigated, I think Stu did a bit of this as well, kind of placing turtle traps down.
Oh, I see this on Reddit all the time. Like, I can't place a turtle trap here for some reason. Why was that?
Okay,
Which you've now fixed.
One of the main reasons is on the minimap, placing this map icon down actually is like an overworld location in order to get it to appear on the minimap.
Right.
And that was, look, I'm too newbie to, honestly, it's fine, leave them.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to catch the turtles,
Don't worry about it. Just keep them going on the floor. go with the flow.
So if I move to this spot in the world, I don't think I can actually, there's some water there, that's beautiful, okay. That would be where you couldn't place any traps. which was annoying, and now you can, which is great. So there should be a lot fewer, if not none, or no places where you can't you can't put a
aim high.
Or low.
Yes.
Bottom of the barrel. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to have anything obstruct your trap playing anymore on the islands, which is.
So congratulating you on 99, Hunter.
Oh, thanks. Double XP Weekend has made that really easy for me.
Yeah.
It took 5 seconds. Yeah, so what else have I done?
You've got the biggest improvement that we've left to last, right?
Should we show them?
Let's show them. Okay, let's show them the best thing that you've added by far.
Okay, so for those of you who can't remember if you've done your claimed island resources today, or you simply want to place a flag down and see what's on that island.
This is the PogChamp moment. Get ready.
I like it. I like it. So, resources. In the middle of the first page, on the home of the Arc Journal, it lets you know what resources that you've got on your claimed island, and I've actually done the divination in my 3rd resource slot.
There we go, look at that.
So it's got a little tick to say, I've done my claimed island resources for today, which is great. So, and then you can on server reset, you can say, look, my resources are 100% ready to go, waiting for me. I've got 200 turtles to catch. Yeah, I know Mod Ryan will probably appreciate that one.
Mod Ryan loves his turtles.
He's addicted to turtles.
He does his turtles every day. You know, I remember the other day, it was not on the weekend, but very frequently a week you'll go over to him. He finishes at 5 most days, and it'll be like 6:30, and he'll be like, what are you doing still here? It's like, I'm just doing my turtle. it's like 40 to 50 minutes worth of turtle hunting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we've got a big fan of turtles. Yeah, so I'll just go to another Uncharted Isle.
This is actually quite a nice one.
This is quite a compact one, isn't
it?
it?
Look at that, you got a lit. Oh my word, okay, this is a pretty good island.
I'm going to cheat and give myself a flag, yeah. And I don't care about my old island, even though it was a kick-ass island. Like, two div, 2 crabs.
This looks pretty kick-ass as well.
So, oh no, you will lose your claimed island. It's fine. Yeah, so I can check my Arc Journal again, and I can see what's on this.
Actually, that is a pretty cruddy one, isn't it? It's just really compact.
2 mining. I mean, that's really good for me right now. I'm 97.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, that would be kick-ass. But yeah, that is basically it. Let me just check if we've gone through some of the other stuff that me and Stu have added. Like, I think we did a big batch of things on the 20th of January or something like that. So you can buy teletabs in higher buy options as well.
Oh, okay, instead of just 1 and 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like 50 and 25 now as well.
Cool.
We added a bunch of dialogue fixes for things that didn't make sense, like Ikahi would mention something that happened 2 mini quests ago, and it's changed now. It's resolved. So yeah, health bars, and also we added a filterable message on any resource that you're using on islands to let you know there's only about 3/4 left, there's only about half left, and the final one is like, it's nearly finished.
Well, the island is nearly finished.
The island,
it's done for the day.
Yeah, like
it's given up.
These crablets are fed up with your crap. They're about to leave. Okay.
Right. So I guess. Well, that's incredible. I definitely love the resources inside the Arc Journal. That is by far my favourite part of that.
Good.
Chat loved it. We are going to go ahead and move on over to, I believe,
our last one.
Our last thing right here. This is the pièce de résistance right here. This is okay. We're going to outdo you, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna just go.
Sorry.
There,
Thank you so much, Mod Orion.
No problem.
What is your Twitter?
It's JagX Orion.
JagX Orion. There you go. So you can thank him for that. Thank you so much. I'm going to get Mod Shawnee back. We're going to get the boys are back in town. Scooch on in. Let's finish this on a high, my friend. Okay. This is what you've all been waiting for, and I'm not lying when I say that. Mod Harrison has been hard at work on this all weekend, and for the past week or two, quietly, without you guys even knowing. You've seen the picture on Reddit. You know what's coming up. It's Aura Bag, ladies and gentlemen. The Aura Bag.
Why would you do that, man? There's some people who don't go on Reddit. Whatever. Fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aura Bag's incoming.
I'm disappointed. I wanted to hype this up, but
it's already hyped. What do you want about?
Yeah, but some people don't go on Reddit.
Look how hyped they are.
Right, I've got a special account we need to use. No, wait, that's my name. I'm tapping my name first. I have it. That one. All right.
Let's get rid of this giant cam, which I'm always like.
Yeah, well, we have to log in first. There we go. Okay, now we can get rid of it. So yes. as Wolf very kindly spoiled, thank you, Wolf, Aura Bag is indeed on the way. Now, I just want to get a few things out of the way before we jump into this. It should be worth mentioning that this is essentially a refactor of how auras themselves work. So, and also I should mention the way the bag works is currently undecided, but it's a lot of work that Harrison has gone into. So we are going to put this into our inventory. We're going to wear it for now, and we are going to open this aura bag.
So I think an underlying change that needs to be mentioned outright is that auras are no longer objects.
Correct.
All of them are now put inside of this bag, and this is the only thing that you will wear. You will wear an aura bag. No more carrying like 20 auras inside of your bank, wasting your bank space, having to go back and forth between taking them out for different trips. If you're doing your skilling, your bossing, it's all in this one convenient place. Look how excited people are.
It's pretty awesome. And you can see it's obviously got different types of auras in there. Of course, they'll mention the tier of that aura as well, which is a nice thing to have, but it's pretty hype, and Harrison has done an absolutely wonderful job. He really has.
So there's a couple of drop-down boxes. Let's go through some of the things.
So you can see we have our filters. You can have favorites as well, as you can see. So you can see, you know, your different kinds. If you like your combat dark magic auras, then they'll go into the combat category. We have skilling as well as all these other ones on the way. It's pretty awesome, and a lot of bank space will be saved for people who have a lot of auras, of course. But yeah, we thought from a project perspective, we kind of ended on something that players have been asking for a very long time.
Let's activate it. Come on, you're teasing too much. Let's go. Show how it works.
Which one activate?
Let's do top left corner.
Top left. We're going to do the knockout.
Oh, no, let's not do knockout. Let's not do knockout.
Do dark magic.
Yeah, dark magic is definitely the killer.
So you can right-click or activate if you really want to. Or you can just activate it in here. And then I believe I'm in Legacy because Harrison's account is into Legacy. Sorry, Harrison, I need to turn this off because I want to move the box out of the way. Move this off. All right. Oh, good lord. Harrison, I'm not trying to judge or anything, but I'm judging.
He uses Legacy though, doesn't he? So
yeah.
Oh, you can't move the
I can't even move it. Okay, it's fine. Oh, it changes colours at least. So I believe.
Come on, this is it.
The right-click activate. Attempted to activate the knockout aura. I think I closed it too quickly. See, I'm too quick.
Come on.
Activate. Oh, it's active. Okay, so we must have activated. Oh, there he is. Hello, Harrison.
Oh, there's Harrison.
Harrison in there. So obviously you can just intertwine between what you wish. So, you know, we've just activated it. We can now deactivate it. Go back in and let's see.
No, you've actually just activated it. So I just played the anim.
No, it says it's depleted.
But it just played the anim. Look.
It's fine. It's bugs. This is the beauty of it, right?
Yes.
I think I've actually broken it. So it's depleting but activated. I'm so sorry, Harrison. I might have unintentionally broken it where if you activate it, it deactivates it, and if you deactivate it, it activates it. Yeah, so it says you deactivate, yes, plays the animation.
There we go.
Yeah, you know, sorry, Harrison. But yeah, it's all part of the fun, really. But you can see the work that he has done. It is there. There is a lot that he needs to go for. I just want to reiterate again, in Game Jam, by the way, there's no such thing as QA at the moment. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
The idea is to create what we call
bugs will happen.
A proof of concept, so we can see it working. And then if it's working, then they can start to make it functional properly. Yeah, this is the aura bag, and he has done an absolutely wonderful job of it. And that's a question.
Yeah, that's a good question actually. Being able to use it in combat is a very important one. I'm not too certain at the moment. It'll depend on how Mod Harrison makes
Just ask
it.
him.
But
Yeah,
certainly,
he's upstairs still working on it.
We want it to work in combat.
Yeah, it'll be something that we want it to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, you won't have to go into the interface. There'll be some favourites.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a favourites tab here, and you can just go and then just activate it straight there. So yeah, there you go, guys. To answer that question. Anything else, JD?
How can you tell what someone's wearing?
How can you tell what someone is wearing? Ooh, that's a because obviously the aura slot as it is. If that is going, I don't know if the aura slot is going forever.
We're not there. We're not there at that stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, because it's not a quick thing, there's a lot of it that still has to be decided, and this is a full refactor of the aura system itself, which is quite a lot of work in its own right. So a lot of stuff still has to be decided as it's going on.
How will it work with presets? You'll just withdraw the bag, and like we've already said, there's going to be favorites. I imagine there'll be like a right-click activate favorites kind of thing as well. There might be something like that, so that you don't have to worry about always shunting through. It'll remember last used. There's a lot of things that haven't been plugged in, of course, but I mean, this is impressive in its own right. I'm extremely excited for this. This is incredible. People have been asking for a long, long time.
But Harrison's just mentioned in his Discord channel, he will talk about a bit more of the functionality. Now we've revealed it, so you can jump on the Discord, on the Game Jam Discord, and Harrison is there. he's more than happy to talk about what he can regarding the functionality of the Aura Bag. So by all means, take that opportunity there. JD's put a link in the chat. But I believe, apart from that, we have gone through quite a fair bit. And Wolf, before we pass on over to the couch, I have to ask you first of all, like, how have you found this?
It's always emotional when you see people work on things that they love, and so much has been worked on this weekend. I just feel like I've done hardly anything comparatively to them because they've worked so hard over the weekend, staying in so late, taking time out of their day, and some of the stuff has just been amazing. Look rework. Aura Bag, musical raids was an interesting one. It's incredible, and it's been great to have Discord as well. I think Discord was a great, I think it was by Mod Kelpie, that suggestion, and it's really took it to the next level of interaction. I think it's been brilliant. Yeah.
I think he's trying to, I don't know what his reaction was to that, I'm unsure.
That was Ryan suggestion.
Oh, it was Ryan. Yeah, Mod Ryan suggestion, there you go.
But yeah, I mean,
skilling outfits. That was polled. Like they polled that literally. We polled it yesterday. I was sat right here polling it, and it's been done. It's incredible.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we hope the main thing is that we hope you've enjoyed this. But we are going to go over to the couch to speak to the two main people, which are Kelpie and Osborne, and we're going to go through kind of an overview of how this event has gone, and we'll see what comes out of it. But let us know in the chat what you're most excited for coming out, and we're going to pass over to them on the couch and we join them in just a moment.
Awesome.
Hello, guys. So.
Not really sure we're the main people.
We are so not the main. I think if you looked into proportion of work done, we're probably, we're terrible.
You did 20k words.
20k words, but all of it rubbish. And a rap. A rap. And Kelpie has done some fantastic ordering of food.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously
that's pretty much it.
He did a Facebook thing, and
Facebook Live was pretty awesome.
He's done some whipping to make sure people. No, I'll just leave it at that.
Right. So obviously, I have to ask as an overview, like, how do you guys honestly think Game Jam here at Jagex has gone?
Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic. I think just the mood inside the office the last 2 days, well, Friday night as well, it's been absolutely great. And being able to speak to people on Discord, reading the chat, all the various other bits of social media and stuff, and all the reactions been really, really good. So I'm super happy by it all. Because I was a little bit sure where it's like, is this going to go down well or anything? And we smashed it, I believe.
Yeah, I think that I'd love to see it happen again. I thought people would be more just tired, more smelly at this point. But actually, you know what? There's some active people up there still raring to go for another, the midnight session.
They're not looking that fresh anymore, but
they're smelling fresh.
when I was doing the Facebook stream yesterday and like actually putting the camera right in people's faces,
the last thing
there was a lot of comments on how people were looking.
What I'm so chuffed about is that there are so many people who are doing things that are going to have real impact, like to people who play the game. It's not necessarily just people making the quest they've always wanted to make or the Penguin musical they've always wanted to make. There is a bit of that, but there's a lot of people who are like, I want to poll something, get it in the next day. I want to find out exactly what quest people want reworked, and I want to rework the crater that everybody's been talking about on that thread. And there's some really high impact stuff, and I've loved that.
And I mean, yeah, just to that point, I mean, the reason why I did the buff bar stuff was just because of little niggles I've had when doing PVM, basically.
Yeah,
if I'm completely honest. And it was just, I was in a position where I might be able to try and do this and see how it goes and hopefully make that experience a bit better. So that was just it, really.
I'm certainly in a position where I want to go to the Marcos and things of this world and say, look, it was a success, let's do this again.
Yeah, so that was going to be my next one. I mean, does this lay the groundwork for future Game Jam events?
I think definitely.
Awesome.
I mean, it's one of those things where you can't do them too often, just because the mindset you have to be in, and you
let the ideas replenish, let the energy come back.
But yeah, I think we could. Well, it would definitely. I can't see it not becoming a yearly event or something like that. At least.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That's awesome. I mean,
part of it is as well as like. Now we've done all this work right, but we have to get the releases.
Yeah,
into
now
the
real
game.
work
So
begins.
provided that goes well, and and people like the updates and stuff, then.
Yeah, I think one of the things I would like to say for a lot of the people who are watching, I mean, obviously, thank you so much for watching and being patient for all the things we're producing, but do also show that patience with the updates themselves. It's not that every single one of them is going to go into, even March's updates. They're going to drip feed in. Some may get, paused or cancelled
So
for whatever
how do
reason.
you determine, what's the criteria here in determining that?
Well, there's generally just reviews, actually you're properly reviewing it and stuff.
The not sexy stuff. The stuff where we kind of have a meeting probably next week, look at, get everybody to pitch and show it off and really kind of wow us with it.
Yeah.
And then we sit there and just think about, like, is this going to really benefit the game? Do we have the ability to make it? And just start forming out a release schedule.
It will likely be that some of the things will have to continue as people's passion projects for a while. Some of the larger stuff will have to remain as people's passion projects for a while, as teams are busy with other updates and stuff that we've already committed to and stuff. Others might be able to be brought into the teams at later points, but yeah, some of them we should be able to get out fairly quickly as well.
Some of them we've just earmarked, just stuck in a pin in them and said, yeah, we want that soon, like very soon.
I mean, I think it's been a great idea tying it into Double XP, if I'm honest. Obviously, while
Everybody
people,
wants a second
while people
screen.
get, and they got something to watch while they, get the XP they want to get in RuneScape and stuff like that. So I think that's been kind of a good factor for us as well.
Yeah, hopefully that's been like a good mix for people. Obviously, it's been terrible for the devs who are working on projects and not getting their gains, but we'll give them a weekend.
I remember when Ryan was down here and someone in the chat was going, "Oh, nice games, Ryan."
He's not getting his turtles right now. They're just sitting there, those delicious turtles.
But I mean, geez, it's kind of crazy how fast it's all kind of gone by, really. But it's been absolutely awesome. It really has.
It's gonna be odd coming into work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I must admit.
And obviously, as a reminder, just for everyone with the game update tomorrow, with Double XP coming to an end at 12 p.m. tomorrow, we have the Double XP tail off coming into play. Can you explain that again for us?
So at 12 game time is when it currently ends. I'm not sure we're going to have the update for then or maybe an hour or so later.
Ooh, skill care perks!
But the tail off period will start straight away. You will start off at the ×2 XP. Over the course of the next total million XP gained, you'll slowly drop down at regular intervals back down to the regular rate. So it is, double XP tends to be something that you focus a lot of your time training the fast skills. So by that I mean like your kind of summonings and your herblores. They're expensive, but once you actually train them, like it's very quick. This method is probably best for the tail off period, doing your slower skills, something like rune crafting, because you will actually, in the long run, save a lot more hours doing it this way than using fast skills. Because if you use fast skills, 1 million XP is going to be gone like that. If you use your slow skills, you'll save a lot of hours. And that will be in the game. You've got up until the following Monday to use that. If you don't use it, you lose it. But there's plenty of time to you potentially take a break. But why would you? Because you've got the skill cape perks. Skill cape perks is tomorrow's update. So for any 99s that you've gained or have gained previously, you've got your skill capes. All the skill capes now have perks on them, something relevant for each skill. And then if you have like the max cape and other bits, then they will allow you to have 3 on them.
Max and comp.
Max and comp, that's it, yeah. You can have 3 perks on them, so you need to basically use your capes on them. And Quest Point cape also has a perk on it as well.
For those people who love their Tears of Graphics, chasing a cat kind of thing.
Chasing a cat?
It's like that sometimes. Tears
Right,
of Graphics.
okay.
Sorry, I don't know where I was going with
what kind of Tears of Graphics have you been playing?
It's that late night ramble. We've reached the late night ramble period.
And I'm going to use this as a chance to mention that if you have Insane Final Boss, currently, tomorrow that will go away as well with the update. With the raids pets. So that's definitely an FYI for everyone, in case you're not aware of that. So 2 new raids pets are coming in and they will close off your IFB progress if you haven't got it. So be aware for that one. But
I can't wait for the I'm Rubik summary of the entirety of the weekend. I'm waiting. This has to happen. It's like, where is it?
So is he on the clock now?
He's on the clock. I want some PSAs out
there. Poor Rubik.
But I mean, is anything you guys want to say before we finish up here?
I want to try and commit to some releases.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll see if it actually happens. But I reckon,
QA just
based on the
cringe.
updates, I reckon for the game update on the 6th of March, we can have the Lumbee creator rework.
Okay.
Boom. There it is.
Wow,
I think we can have Mod Mohawk's the pets that she's put in the interface. and I think we can have Mod Ryan's
skilling outfits
in the game.
Okay.
They require QA. I don't think any of these will require much localization or audio work.
Which are often
so I
barriers
think
to this sort of thing.
generally you were mostly done it. There's some other kind of ones that we could maybe get out. I'm not too sure about the arc fixes. The change to Heroes Quest.
Yeah.
Those might be a little bit more work.
More involved. Yeah.
So they might be coming out later. But I think those three, I
They're
think
like the
we may be
wave
able
one.
to get out for the 6th of March.
And there might be a wave 2. You know,
Yeah.
we're looking at the rest of the March.
There'll be more updates throughout. Some of them, like some of the quests, right? They're going to be quite a bit further off. Musical raids, I think, it's going to be.
Don't know. I mean,
it seemed like it needed a little bit more time.
I think it's gonna be the next
It was looking
Elizabeth.
good, but seemed like it needed a little bit more time.
Next Church of You know, 7 years' time, there will be.
But yes, I think that I reckon those 3 will be able to get out, and that is my priority to get out. Not that I'll actually do any of the proper work.
You'll order food.
I'll just send an email saying, please get these done.
Odd Wolf will do it.
Will I? All right, Osborne, anything you want to mention at all?
He stole the thunder there. That's a great mic drop, really, isn't it? I think just we want to get these out as quickly as possible because there's a lot of people who are behind them, and we don't want to make you wait. Let's do it.
All right, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the streaming perspective of Game Jam. Of course, we developers are still working away up there on the projects they're involved with, which is obviously awesome to see all the same. But
we are streaming on Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to, literally about to get to that. So Tuesday we are going to be back with our developer Q&A, but we're going to be talking a little bit more in depth about the projects we have been working on for Game Jam, kind of like a retrospective in a way of how Game Jam has gone. So let's see how that one goes. It's going to be very interesting.
And we'll get a full-on summary of everything, I think.
Yeah.
That's what we're missing, isn't it? Oh, there we go. It's Rubik again. Come on.
Yeah, if you could just write our script for the Tuesday stream.
Yeah, we can do that. We tried to flip it round this time around for the stream. He writes it before.
Yeah.
They're saying yak on Shawnee, because I imagine you should put a yak on your head.
We
right?
tried Yactus, but it didn't stay on. Unfortunately, a Yactus would have been amazing. Presley, can you do that for us? Basically, we're mobilising your entire community.
We have tortured the penguin.
We end the stream by trying to impale a yak on a cactus. It's all right.
It's got to that stage.
It's definitely at that stage, I think, ladies and gentlemen. But seriously, thank you so much for joining us. Most of all, though, we do hope you've enjoyed it. That is the main thing with this. It's been an experiment. I mean, that's safe to say that we've been trying, and we've had everyone filling out their roles: developers, QAs, environment, audio, food orderers, and everything else along the same. So it's been awesome.
Glorified dinner maid.
It's been really, really awesome. So thank you so much for joining us, and the best of luck for the rest of your double XP gains. We'll see you tomorrow with the game update, and then on Tuesday for the stream afterwards. Take care and have an absolutely wonderful end to your weekends.
Bye.